Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and yes, it's early on a Friday, but we got WWE Smackdown today, as we got lots to jump into. We are here for the show in Saudi Arabia, the Night of Champions. We will be live tomorrow, but before there, we get Smackdown, 3 title matches, lots to talk about, lots to get into. So get in that chat, click all the buttons, be a part of the show, be a part of the fun, and make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and yes, it is an early one, 1 p.m. start. We are about 8.5 minutes away from starting the show. We've already had a kickoff show earlier today as they are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions, and the WWE's all, going live on Netflix. I know some people out there won't be able to see the live show until tonight. If you don't want any spoilers, this is not the place to be. However, if you do watch later tonight, you can always click on our link, pull us up, and then sync up, and you're good to go. So it's going to be a fun one. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're doing well. But me and that pretty face have you for the next few hours on this beautiful Friday afternoon as we kick off a little bit of a brunch with the boys run here. A busy weekend coming up at the channel. And I will take a second to remind everybody out there, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and sir, I don't know what you did, but I think you owe me an apology.
Why do I owe you an
apologies going around plenty, sir.
Oh, there we go.
I think we kind of need to talk about this already because this has probably been the most interesting thing coming out of that kickoff. Of CM Punk apologizing to Saudi Arabia.
Absolutely. I mean, again, we saw him getting booed, which was interesting. He got booed pretty heavy. Then his song started. Then everyone sang his song, forgot they were booing. And then the song stopped and they started booing again. But there was a man right in the front row calling him out, yelling at him. And, Punk being Punk, to his credit, never really shies away from things. So he instantly reached out, shook the man's hand, and explained, I woke up, I was grumpy, I tweeted out some shit, and, we all make mistakes, and you hope you learn and grow from that reasonably. And I know the internet audience, I've already seen some people out there that can't help themselves. No matter what we do, no matter what the people do, it's always a negative connotation. But the fact that he stood up in front of a live audience and said, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Kudos to him for it, because, I've said some shit in my life that I wish I didn't.
Yeah, he owned up to it. And now, granted, then it's also piggybacking off of, was it the security guard or was it Punk that said, no, nay to that child?
That's funny. I see it going around and people are trying to, they try and weaponize every little detail of every little thing. It was funny. Maybe the kid wasn't supposed to be there. I don't know what it was. Maybe he was required to. I have no idea, but to me, it was funny. Like, damn it, kid, wait your turn. And that's all it was. I think he eventually got his picture. He just couldn't have it then.
It seems very much like it is hyper-focused on, because of what we've talked about at times before of CM Punk being in Saudi Arabia with both things of, like you said, people are going to weaponize this. And I know that's an interesting term to use at this time, especially talking about things in Saudi Arabia. But it's very much going to use it to condemn or praise or what have you. It's very going to be divisive.
For sure. Again, he's polarizing. There's people out there that love him. There's people out there that loathe him. And I feel like, again, that internet fan base with the IWC, which we ran away from, they look for the negative in anything. Every time somebody's quoted, every time somebody breathes, every time somebody moves, somehow it's a bad reflection on the entire company. It's that kind of, hate mongering, as I happen to despise where we here at the Wrestling for Life Network do everything we can to bring the positivity, to bring the fun. We might not always agree, but we don't have to hate each other while we disagree. And I mean, it's funny. I know people out there, oh, look at Punk. He said it. I don't like working with children. So there you go.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, I have another thing that I could bring up, but I don't know if you want to say hi to the people first.
No, well, we got 4 minutes, so let's say hello to the early birds, as I know it's a bit of a different crowd here today. But Alex Trebek, the legend, the OG, Alex Trebek, how you doing? Reginald, I disagree. No, I'm just kidding. How are you, Reginald? Welcome back. Welcome back. Wrestling, that's us. Clay Lewis, welcome. Eric Isaac, always a pleasure. On the eve of his birthday, we're going to do a brunch with the boys on his birthday, and I hope you have an amazing birthday weekend, Eric. You deserve it. A spry young man out there celebrating another year around the planet, so that's pretty good.
Right.
Wrestling Proud, I see you. RM Girl, I feel like it's been a hot minute. Welcome back. Kevin, Zach, the Wrestling God, our current predictions champion, which might not last until tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Well, it will last till tomorrow, but that could be it. As you see on the screen, it will be on the line tomorrow. Not today, tomorrow. But Olivia asking some questions. So, yeah, a little confused for Olivia, but Denisha tried to help out. It is on at 8 p.m. You have to have Netflix, a VPN, or Jack Sparrow in your pocket to pull off the watching of the show if you're in the US of A. Unfortunately, the way the internet is and the way everything else goes, folks, we got to go live when they go live. We'd love to wait till 8 p.m., but by the time you showed up at 8, most of y'all will already know what happened, what went down. So being live reaction is important that we're live for it, even though next Friday will be a tape show.
Yeah, but even then, still, we've covered a TNA or two that's been taped and everything, but 100%, we're making sure we're out here going live when they go live and all that. And yes, I did get a VPN. I saw Boston ask. In our Discord, should be either in the comments or the chat for this video, or it's in definitely the description of the video and the channel and everything. There's a link to the Discord. I have in there the VPN that I'm using, so I'm synced up with KJ and Kanan and all of that, so you can use that. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. Hashtag not sponsored.
Right. JV, good to see Boston, as Nick mentioned. Welcome back, sir. Zach, we got you. Heel Anthony, always a pleasure. Welcome. Odds, let's go. I'm not reading that. Ring it. Ringsider Anthony. How you doing, Anthony? I know Anthony's not overly pumped for Night of Champions, especially some of the main topics, but lots going on. Don't forget, Anthony is the best TNA coverage out there, and he's got some coming your way, so make sure you look for that. Click that little bell, because you never know when we're going to do shows like this. I don't even know what Punk said on Twitter from 1992 years ago. It's been 92 years. This is why I don't live on social media. It's this, and I mean, it's not just wrestlers, Nick. We've seen a lot of celebrities. Like, I mean, my God, at some point we got to be able to forgive and move past things within reason. Like, I mean, some things are unforgivable, but this idea that just everyone out there is such a perfect human that you get to judge and rip apart every other human on the planet is crazy.
Because that's what social media exists for. That's what everybody enjoys to do. It's the fucking purge of everybody likes to just go at each other. But yeah, no, 100% of, again, within reason. And I think, this would be one of those that qualifies within reason and everything. You don't got to crucify the man.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, he didn't say, well, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He said, I apologize. I was invited to come here. I accepted the invitation. I had no issue with this particular country. It was an easy shot at the time, right? Like, we've all done that. And I mean, I give him credit where it's due. If there's a lot of people out there that should be saying sorry for things that don't. So at least he did that. Scarlett, right. Canelo or Crawford? Canelo,
just because that's what I feel boxing wants. I would like to see Crawford win, because I think Canelo's kind of been propped up as the golden boy. But yeah, if you ever think that boxing might be fixed, I think Canelo's definitely going to be the one that they fix it towards.
Yeah, as we're about 10 seconds away from the start of SmackDown. So again, if you don't want any spoilers, this is not the place to be. We are going to spoil all the things. Jose.
Well, live. You can still come back later and watch this when you're watching at 8 and everything. Come back, click on it now. This is your timestamp. Come back, and then you can watch it with us later.
Right. See Money. Welcome back, TJ, Cherokee George. Always a pleasure in the afternoon. Alexis, Cherokee, got you. Love it. Osama, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Mimi Perry, how you doing, sir? Let's go. But that is the gist of the people. If I missed your name, I do apologize. Welcome to everyone out there as I get the N for Netflix.
Yes, as I'm getting then. Oh, I will stop at
a hair.
Now. Oh,
forever. There you go. Ladies. Go ahead.
No, I was just excited. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just excited. Well, folks, we are all together. If you want to sync up at home, we got all your action, all the reaction. It's going to be a fun one. Again, we are the most unscripted, unbiased, uncensored YouTube channel out there, covering more live wrestling than anybody else. And happy to be back at it again here on a Friday. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow as we are here for Night of Champions, 12:30 p.m. That's right. I mean, 10 a.m. for some of you out there on the West Coast. It will be a breakfast/brunch with the boys, and we're looking forward to it. Top 3 chatters last time we did a stream. I believe these are the top 3 from Wednesday. So C Money, Mega, Richard. So get in that chat, get your crown. And of course, like I said, Saturday, tomorrow, we are here at 12:30 p.m. for some good old Night of Champions.
By the way, though, this SmackDown is huge.
Yes.
So great. The biggest SmackDown, so big. It's sold out with 26,000 people. I'm going to say that one more time so everyone catches it. 26,000 people are in attendance right now for Friday Night SmackDown.
Now, if anyone out there wants a comparable, AEW All In, their biggest show of the year, has done about 19,000 so far. So that's a comparable. I know people have their feels about the Saudi shows, but 26,000 large in the building for this show tonight.
Why you gotta say large when I had Nia Jax on my screen?
Maybe that's what happened, bro.
Right? Anthony, if Nia wins, I'm losing my mind. I got a teary. Perhaps.
She might.
Misfit with a $10 super chat. Reminder, the only people who give a sugar honey iced tea about what CM Punk said at the Night of Champions kickoff are CM Punk haters and AEW fanboys. A normal human being doesn't give a damn. Well, and then to counter it, I saw C Money say something earlier, if I can try and find it. If Punk wasn't so self-righteous and sanctimonious, I don't think anybody would care about what he said, but he's the one who virtual signaled about blood money. So that is a valid counter argument.
No, it's valid. He said it. He fucked up. There's no defense to it, Nick. I'm not saying, oh, man, like, it's okay that he said that. He made a bullshit comment. And little did he know, and this is why we always warn people, don't burn bridges, because you never know when you're going to have to walk back over them. But the lights are going down, and Cody Rhodes kicks off SmackDown.
Again, though, this is just, even if this wasn't 26,000, this is a stacked Friday Night SmackDown.
They were energized at the kickoff. They cheered when they were supposed to. Karrion Kross and Sammy is going to be really interesting because the fans were very much
cheered for Kross. They cheered for Kross. Good job.
Big and Sammy. Punk got booed, which I love. So we'll see how many people still boo him tonight.
Yo. So, spoiler alert, we're getting a look clearly at the Night of Champions setup, but god damn, is that huge.
Mm-hmm. Look at the size of this screen.
That's Well, we can talk about it maybe at another point, but did you hear the alleged story that they might do 2 WrestleManias a year, one in Saudi and one in the rest of the world? Allegedly.
I don't believe it. I don't like it if it's true. I mean, you can still call you can't have, WrestleMania Saudi and WrestleMania, it's got to be Night of Champions or whatever. Make up a new name.
Crown Jewel.
Right? Desert Mania. I don't give a shit what you call it, but just don't call it WrestleMania. But Cody Rhodes looking dapper, waving to the people, coming out for this one. Awesome super chat from Misfit. Welcome. Remember, the only people that you read this, didn't you?
Yes, sir. And then I
there
read
you go. Doubling up.
Yeah, double your brother, double your fun, double mint gum. Don't do whatever. I don't know, bum.
Yeah. No, thank you so much, Misfit. And again, like I said, folks, I mean, I'm not saying everybody can do whatever they want whenever they want and just say sorry, but it's 6 years removed. The pot shot was at Miz because, yeah, at that time, especially, Punk was like the indie representative, and Miz was kind of a poster boy for your corporate wrestler. One of them anyway, like John Cena, who he shit on in the pipe bomb and who he's going to wrestle tomorrow. So again, there's a lot of people out there that just constantly dig into the negative of wrestling on both sides of the docket. And I ask the question, why the fuck are you watching so much? Why are you following every tweet, every word, every fucking sentence, everything about every wrestling show just to shit on everything that gets done? Go pick a new hobby. I'm sure, ringette or volleyball or dog shows or antique roadshow or 90 Day Fiance. I'm sure there's a lot out there for people that you don't have to watch wrestling and just bag on it and bag on it and bag on it. But that's why we say, fuck the IWC. It's early. I'm feeling good. And we are the WFU. What's that?
I said frisky, some might say. Frisky.
We're frisky on a Friday. I don't even know. Yeah, whatever. Fuck them. But we are the Wrestling Fans United. Let's go.
Absolutely. I must be seeing double 4 WrestleManias. Hey, boss.
Yeah, don't do it. As the crowd is loud for Cody, and we have the crowns in the ring.
Could they be giving it away
I
more?
hear voices in my head. Sorry, Nick.
No, you're good. You're good. If WrestleMania would be 2 times in 1 year before Undertaker would have more wins at WrestleMania, yeah, no one's beating that streak.
Right. You'd be 42-2.
Facts. Vance, what up? As Randall Keith coming out right now.
So before Cody gets a word out, a little bit heelish, but the fans don't give a shit. They better have that decibel reader ready for tomorrow, because Randy and Cody are going to get a loud response like we're getting right now. Look at that screen.
That's very much WrestleMania vibe-ish why I brought it up, because that's a block of property in the US is what it costs for that goddamn screen.
Yeah, and it is absolutely remarkable to see a country, a culture that, English is not their first language for the most of the people in this building tonight, singing in perfect English at the top of their lungs.
Well, we've seen it for the past couple of years, especially with WWE, of why they've become kind of the global empire.
Yeah, right.
How many shows that they've done overseas and how the crowd just reacts beyond, amazingly, if that's even a word. Because they get to see it and they get to show up and show out, because that's what the show's about. And it shows how pro wrestling is such a global thing.
Yeah. And again, I just, in this global climate, I mean, I think it's really hypocritical of any country to call out another country, unless you're like Switzerland, Finland, and Sweden. It's hard to call out other countries, because
this coming from the Canadian folks, just
right.
Let us know.
But we got our own shit. We got our own flaws. We got our own problems. So me bashing other countries, like, I'm a proud Canadian, though I'm not happy with some of the things. But I mean, it's a slippery slope, and I say it all the time. Be careful when you start throwing stones, because that glass house comes down pretty quick.
Facts.
IWC and Dave Meltzer, boo. John Cena made fun of Chinese people, and he keeps going to China. Facts.
What?
He was yeah.
All right, moving on from that.
What was I love that entranceway. I miss the big spectacle.
It's huge. Well, is it weird because like WrestleMania, what was it, 36 had the big huge Titantron, but when you start splitting it up and it's got different screens and everything, it feels very Backlash. You see, wow.
So good. So good. I can't
Yeah,
help
we
it.
had to literally just all be quiet for a minute and just soak that in because the entire crowd
Right.
just singing along with Randy, and he didn't have to say a word, just holds the microphone up.
And these are the moments as a wrestling fan that I get caught up in. And you see 20 plus thousand people singing or losing their mind or on their feet. And that's when I ask that question of like, is that not cool to you? Or are you just that spiteful?
Well, this is where I feel like I need to say American wrestling crowd's great again.
We're gonna be great. There's gonna be a big crowd.
So great, so many signs, so big, so huge, so many pops. You couldn't believe the pops we had.
Right. As Randy kicking this one off, talking to the crowd, Cody still just smirking in the ring.
Is it always? It's been a bit of a thing. Well, we could get into the whole maybe Cody's not long for being a babyface, but I digress. Is it also like always been the kind of running Joker theme, what have you, when it comes to Saudi shows, what have you, of like they still want Yokozuna? We'll cross him off the list of like why John Cena is like they're still mad about what Punk said in 2019 because they still watch wrestling from 2019.
Well, I mean, I think that's a once upon a time vibe. Oh, I froze. Did you freeze?
Yes, so did I.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
T's and P's.
Oh, no. Come on, work for me.
Right. Let's go. I don't know if anyone, it's not just your VPN. It is legit Netflix that is froze up here.
All right, folks. So 100% we'll be talking about anything and everything you want to talk about wrestling-wise when it comes to Night of Champions until this may or may not come back. I don't want to refresh or anything because
I literally did, and it literally disappeared from my my thing. Where did it go?
Anthony's saying I froze too.
Everyone else freeze. Everybody freeze.
Right. Well, I got Jose's vote. So anyone else out there, pardon the delay. The live event is starting later than expected. No, it froze.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you're tuning in right now, Randy Orton's in the ring, Cody Rhodes is in the ring, and they are not to moving.
Well, yeah, no. We'll be right back is now what I have was showing Cody Rhodes. Ya regregamos. Sorry if that's butchered Spanish. Does it make you a little worried if it froze within 10 seconds of the show and they're over there?
I mean, I try not to think of the worst, but and I mean, we've been very good. Like, I would argue Netflix has been pretty flawless in their delivery of the product to this point. Could it be a case of more people are watching because internationally it's dinner time over there right now? Yeah, but I'm getting the little video package you get every time when we're on a commercial. So we're getting a we'll be right back. Folks, keep the chat going. Keep talking about it. What do you want to talk about as far as SmackDown, Night of Champions, SummerSlam, All In, whatever you want to talk about? We are here as we will just be killing dead air for the next few minutes.
However long of time. But yeah, Meme Trey, I'm just saying what he told her, huh?
Oh.
As Jose, I'm going to just pull that up there so anyone that knows Spanish can read that for themselves. Don't you try and say it. You can't even say Lucha names right.
I mean, I get Mr. Iguana down pat.
Well, that's kind of easy a little bit there. Boston, exactly. Money. Scarcity creates value. It's a pretty simple concept to understand. American crowds aren't going to go nuts 9 out of 10 times the way international crowds do for that simple reason. Yes, that is very much part of it.
A big part.
100%. Yeah. But it's showing, hey, it to me is showing to U.S. audiences of if you're not going to react this way and, if you're not going to pack it out and pack it in and pause, that we can go over here. We can go and do a whole UK tour and sell out every Monday Night Raw, every Friday Night SmackDown. And now, granted, then the scarcity becomes more towards the US side potentially.
Absolutely. And I mean, yeah, the novelty of it, like, places like, even Canada, but overseas for sure. You get one big show a year. and you lose your goddamn noodle. I think that would be the same of anything. If your favorite band came to town every month, you might not be as hyped for, higher, when they play it. But ultimately, you still travel like the nation. And I think maybe the word spoiled a little bit when it comes to the American audiences, but it takes a lot. They seem to be waiting for high spots, or I don't know. Just if you're going to pay the money to go and have a time. Don't, get off your phones and enjoy the show.
Fair enough. Well, there was about 4 different times in there I could have segued to another thing I wanted to bring up of there. But since you mentioned Nation, Busted Open Nation, Sirius XM, 24/7 radio station of pro wrestling coverage. Are we kind of all the way back a little bit, baby? Like, that's kind of unprecedented of have an entire satellite radio station of an entire one of the biggest, probably I think the only one at this point, satellite radio station out there, big in the game, has now a full 24/7 radio station of pro wrestling coverage with Busted Open.
Yeah, I think it's a outstanding thing. I don't know. I kind of feel like this has been back for a hot minute. The amount of people talking about the wrestling, regardless of how they feel about it or how they want to pretend to feel about it, wrestling's back in a big way. You're seeing wrestlers show up everywhere on talk shows. They're in the news. They're even someone like Deonna Purrazzo involved in the national campaign. Like, there's so much going on. They're getting movie roles. They've become cool again. You see all the celebrities at all these shows. So this is just another thing, like the fact that they can do a 24/7. By the way, shout out Busted Open. How you doing? You need some content?
Right.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Bubba. Or Bully. Hi, Tommy. Hi, Dave. I like Anthony saying, I kind of want to subscribe to Sirius XM Radio because of the new channel. Hashtag not sponsored. But I mean, we got plenty of content for you, fellas.
Yeah. So not bad, not bad. But
well, I'll bring this up because we've now, I guess, got I thought that we were going to go back, but nope, we're just going again. If we do get the women's last woman standing match tonight and everything, and I know we had briefly talked about what if Nia wins and then Jade wins Queen of the Ring, and we get Nia versus Jade. What if Naomi cashes in during that match? Even if Tiffany wins the match and Naomi cashes in after a last woman standing match, and then that almost sets up Jade has to win Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned it, a couple days ago, as far as the idea, like some people said, I think that's why Jade wins the Queen of the Ring, because you have Naomi set up in the waiting. But the fact of the matter is, a last woman standing match sets up almost too perfect for a cash-in, right? If you have 2 women down, let's say Tiffy just beats the count, gets up at 9, Nia doesn't get up, and she's down and out. Why wouldn't Naomi hit her in the back of the head with the case and pin her 1, 2, 3? Feels like easy peasy, and a perfect heel move.
Right. Paul, don't any of you people work? Yes. Well, I took the day off today. And also still some people have different schedules and all that. We do.
Right.
Yes.
We work for you, damn it.
Facts with that. Yes. No, 100%. Some people might be listening to us while they're at work.
Yeah, that's it. Take us to work with you.
Right. I live in Miami. No one works down here. Oh God. Yeah. Well, they're street pharmacists.
But I'm still just getting the video package. So Nick, I know you haven't seen it. I did see one content creator complaining that they don't like this. I mean, if you are on a commercial break in the US on a normal SmackDown, you get a little video montage, and it says, we'll be right back in multiple languages, which I think that's what was in the chat now. Haha. But yes. Okay. That's there. I'm learning.
We got there. We all knew that. You caught up.
I did. But I mean, I got no problem with it.
Well, no. And to me, honestly, I'll take this versus my 7th Mucinex and Progressive commercial right now. Of everyone wants to complain about how many advertisements are on WWE you know, just on the ring, on the tables, on the ladders and everything. I don't mind. This is what we see when we watch like a Wrestling Revolver or anything. If they do their intermission type of thing. So I know I hate intermissions, but I'm more just so surprised that we were only a few minutes into this show and like serious technical difficulties apparently.
Yeah, broadcast issue from Saudi. C Money took a left.
This is why you read before you click.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if anything's been put out on Twitter or anything yet, but an unfortunate start to the show. Again, only amping up the fans. Like, I can't wait, you know, to the see, they're a shit company. They don't know what they're doing.
Oh, that's the thing is right now you'd be having to decipher through anything on Twitter to figure out whether it's actual factual or if it's somebody just rage baiting about, you know.
Yeah, people are just
saying, I knew they were going to fail. This is why you don't go over there. Right. I don't know what it is. I hope that they get this squared away because my back, I thought I buffered there for a second.
No, you're good.
Okay. But
yeah,
I was excited for this show. We've got 3 different title matches on the show tonight that we were going to get the tag title match. We were going to get the last woman standing and the women's US title. Hopefully.
As I'm just kind of thumbing through the hashtag just to see if anyone heard anything else more than we have. Mostly people just putting up screenshots of the same screen we're looking at.
Fair enough. Well, Cherokee, I had to disconnect. Just got back. Well, no, like I said, if I'm making sure I was back because I looked up for half a second and I just saw a buffering logo over me. So I'm making sure I'm good.
Yeah, no, you seem good. You seem good, sir.
Right.
Triple H right now. That's funny. Okay. But yeah, no, I mean, we're getting part in the delay. Everyone trying to figure out what the fuck's up. So if you are just tuning in, we did say there'd be spoilers, but maybe not.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't even know if we're going to get the show here at this point.
Somebody tweeted out, Cody and Randy are having a banger promo right now, and we can't see it.
Honestly, the fucking fan footage that's going to come out of this moment on Twitter, like, because that's the thing. Do they know that they're not live? Or is we're going to come back and it's going to be like middle of a match?
No, but somebody in the production team's paying attention to their feed. So they 100% know, and they're scrambled eggs right now. I'd hate to be in Gorilla or in the production truck because somebody getting screamed at, like, hit the fucking button, fix it. Did you unplug it? Plug it back in?
This is somebody's last day on the job today.
Right?
This is somebody's last day on the job. Yeah, I'm sure Triple H is throwing shit around right now.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, again, it depends. If you're the leader of the ship, you got to keep a cool head. I'm sure he's just, you know, like, what the fuck? But I'm sure it's frustrating, especially the delay going on this long. Like, it's rare as we are 22 minutes into the show and we've had about 4 minutes of content. So,
and we thought we were going a bit early. It was going at 50, at like 12:50, 12:45 ish and everything. Right. Little did we know.
Right. When does it start? Well, that's a good question, Scott.
It started and then stopped, and we'll wait for the start again.
Right. This show has been great so far. The show's a 10. They didn't make one mistake so far.
Well, or one big one.
Right. Thank you, Ronnie. If this was TK's show, we'd be shitting on it right now 100%. Yeah, no, I disagree with that. I mean, some people for sure, but yeah, no. I mean, when you have, you know, when you throw to commercials at the wrong time or you have fucking glitches on your regularly scheduled program all the goddamn time. But until we know what happened, I don't think that's a fair assessment, Boston.
That's a boom mic in the frame is not the same as the entire feed went out internationally and everything. That's, right. I mean, the closest equivalent you could say to it would be the last, half hour or so of what was it, a Dynamite or a Collision that went right into Black Adam. That would be maybe the closest equivalent, but this is literally they got like 5 minutes, 10 minutes through the show. We're middle of like Randy starting to talk, and then the lights go out in Georgia.
Yeah. And again, I think the other part of that argument I would make is that we've watched the WWE for so many years get it right. They rarely have anything like this happen. It's rare, we would argue. And the other company, we see it so consistent. So it absolutely opens up that argument of like, oh my God, like again, fuck.
Well, again, it's minor production glitches versus literally the feed cuts out. I mean, that, yes, it is a big poo, but at the same time, can you really fault them for it fully?
And again, I think it's important for everybody to kind of wait it. Like if it was ill prepared and they made a mistake, yeah, we can kind of give them a little bit of heat, but we don't know what's happening, and I'd hate to assume what is happening until we find out what's happening.
Right.
It's nerving.
Boston, though, I guess I should have tried Tribalist. There you go.
Some people are weaponizing everything. Like I said it already, Boston is like, it doesn't matter what happens. It's a reason to shit on a company. I get it. And some will. And I'm not saying I won't. I just don't know what to give them shit about right now. Like, what if it wasn't their fault at all? Right? What if it was a Saudi fault or a Netflix issue? Like, who are we mad at yet? I don't know. So that's all.
Like I said, it is a hiccup. You can't deny that.
Oh,
but to me, it's one of those of it's such a goddamn big one that, like, they clearly didn't intend for it. You couldn't really correct this. This isn't, like I said, of the boom mics in the fucking shot or something like that. Or all of a sudden, the audio cuts out.
Yeah. No, there's people right now, their thumbs are ablazing. They're like, what a Bush League company. I can't believe they did this. Like, silly shit. It's going to be there.
Well, I like this, though, from, I'm going to call you Satari right now. But
Sama.
KJ and Nick, you guys watch AW Dynamite. Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay challenging the Young Bucks at All In Texas. Nicholas and Matthew Jackson will put the EVP on the line. Can you believe it?
Nick, I said this on Wednesday, and I know you and I haven't talked about Dynamite yet. It kind of sporadically comes up as we do this, but there's a couple things with like that whole scenario I praised. And I almost felt like an idiot because the show kind of went sideways. What they're doing, the angle they're doing with like two of your biggest baby faces, two of the biggest stars that should be in the forefront. I know it's an easy argument to say, look at the Bucks, they're just going to latch on to over talent to get themselves over. But they put themselves in a pressure position that they have to show up and show out. The match is going to pay off. I know the match is going to be fun. The match is going to have tons of high spots if they don't kid it up. That is the one flaw of this whole thing, is that the Bucks are too busy fucking around. I don't believe them. I don't think they're they're so immature in what they do. I want to turn them off. Like it's not good heat. It's the old X-Pac heat of just go away. But the idea there is strong.
I don't know how I've always felt just in history of any time in pro wrestling when it's been publicly known on screen and on television and all of that some of the guys working have creative control, are part of the management and all of that. So now if we're going to then move to where this is getting transferring, it gets into me of like, again, WCW territory of when you got Bischoff versus Flair for control of WCW type shit. Like, so if Ospreay and Swerve win, are they now the EVPs of AEW? Do they have creative control? I get the Bucks, overusing it, and if you were going to go that way and just keep them as that, I don't know how I feel about them gambling it. Like, what does that really entail?
Well, yeah, because that is the dilemma with the storytelling of it all. It's been so inconsistent. Why did they shred papers? Why are they working with Moxley? I'm trying to get excited for Hangman versus Mox, and I want Hangman to beat Mox like a lot of people do. I don't think he's going to, but we'll talk about that next week. But I think that the lights go out, the lights come on, and there's the Bucks. You're like, when did they become patsies for Moxley? There's so much in it. Where did Jack Perry go? Why doesn't Okada hang out with them anymore? It's so inconsistent. Like, you have the bones. Even Moxley's storyline has the bones of a good idea, horrible delivery, and pop-up book writing.
Yeah, absolutely. And sorry, I'm just halfway looking at some of the chat and everything of Odd saying, well, I severely miss Jack Perry, and that's a strange thing for me to say, but he would be so valuable, I think, at this point in time.
Do you know the next time you see him? We're gonna no,
he can't go all the way back to Jungle Boy. I like the scapegoat gimmick and everything, and then they fucking soiled it and put it with the Elite and everything. And they did the whole pile driver on TK, and it went fucking nowhere.
Right now, the question, sorry, on a quick side note, just had a light bulb moment. If they get the feedback, does it go directly into what's happening live? Or
that's what I'm wondering. Or do we start anew?
Right. I planned my whole day around, when we're getting off air today. So Triple H,
you might be working overtime, my guy.
Son of a bitch.
I can't believe it. At least this happened during SmackDown instead of the actual PLE. Valdez bringing up Twitter is blowing up about this. I'm sure it is. Well, if it's not blowing up, then Elon's blowing it up. Pause.
Oh.
Every time you can literally see that they go through the full loop of what they're doing for the we're on a delay, and then it'll go to black for a quick second. And I think that's them coming back, and then they start the loop over again. It's like when you're call waiting, and you have to listen to that song on 10x volume in your ear, and you're thinking that, all right, it got quiet for a minute. Someone picked up the line. Nope. Song, repeat, start over and in.
That's the worst. Hello? No. Fuck.
Person, I would like to talk to a fucking person.
But ladies and gentlemen, if you are just tuning in, we were supposed to be watching SmackDown Live. In moments into the opening segment, Randy Orton interrupts Cody Rhodes. Cody didn't get a word out. Right as Randy went to start talking, he got a couple sentences out and it froze. Since that freezing, we've literally been here for about 20 minutes now waiting for it. We'll be right back. So hopefully nothing major happened. Hopefully it's just a technical issue. I'm really curious if all the wrestlers are standing around hold off, we're not live, and we're still going to get everything they booked, or if the show's just rolling on and we're missing it and you have to tune in at 8 o'clock tonight to see the 30 minutes you missed today.
Yeah, that's a serious, honest to God question of it might be, does USA get this? Do they severely edit it down? Or I don't think they'll clearly get this, but I'm saying, do they edit it and they have to put up a buffer or anything of saying,
get more commercial
issue, what have you, as Skinny's claiming a camel munched the lines, but I don't know. But do they have to put up a little kind of, time lapse thing of the footage is not available from here to here, and we either start where we left off or we just pop in the middle of the tag team title match?
Yo, wait a minute. Okay, so there is a thing going around right now. Somebody tweeted out, Netflix sent a message on why, and it does say broadcast issue from Saudi, a camel munched on a cam cable. That clearly is fake news.
I don't know, but Skinny's saying it in the chat. Skinny Kravitz saying a camel munched on the cable. It's being reported. I'm serious.
People are tweeting it out.
That's insanity. That's insanity.
Did they get hacked?
I have no idea. Well, this is, again, it's not to go this way, but I'm going to go this way for half a second of it was already a cantankerous situation with them going over there in a very debatable, discussable situation. So I hope it's nothing more than literally a technical glitch. As Jen saying, hey, you handsome neckbeards, winky face. I don't know. I don't have no neck beard. I don't see any.
No, this is a man beard, not a neck beard.
Right. We own homes, don't live in basements. Right. Yeah. We can't just stand there and wait until they're fixing their issue live stream. Well, we don't know. We're gonna wait it out for a little bit because we have nothing else to do.
We're scheduled to be here for about 3 hours today, so we're just gonna hang out and talk wrestling until.
I was gonna say, if not, this becomes a 3-hour podcast. Let's go.
Right. I'm just. They're showing a lot now. The fan footage is starting to pop up.
Oh,
so that's good. At least they're still doing stuff.
So that means we're gonna get in the middle of something. If we get something,
I would think so. John Tavares signs 4 years with Toronto. Holy shit, that was unexpected.
Okay. I'm going to read Ben's comment, and then I'm going to ask you why that was unexpected. But KJ, this Netflix stopping and showing wrestlers ad is giving Carmelo the most screen time in his career.
Ben, you're right. There's some people on this little slideshow that we haven't seen in a hot minute, including Roman Reigns. So, again, kind of funny. I'm getting video from fans right now. Randy Orton's eating a lot for some reason.
He's just keeping the crowd going.
Yeah. But it looks like, to my happiness, the show is continuing for the live audience. So we are going to break back in. We might miss something, and I'm sure they'll address it. But I don't want them to halt the show because, of this.
This might be the only time that it's super snafu of us going live for the show being live. You might get a better experience watching this at 8.
Fucking karma, bro.
WWE will be editing before aired on USA Network tonight. So goddamn lootly.
Yeah. So whatever happened between Randy and Cody at 8 o'clock tonight, you'll get to see it in its full capacity.
Maybe, or you'll just won't see it.
Well, I mean, I'd imagine they're still recording. I would imagine.
You would imagine. I am imagining. Imagination.
Right.
Misfit saying this is also the last 3-hour SmackDown. Allegedly. They're gonna need a fucking extra hour with how long this shit's taken.
Right? A fellow fucking podcaster. Loads of people are quite angry about it. So let's fix it. What the fuck do you think they're doing? What do you think they're doing? Having a fucking
that's all we're gonna do. Keep talking for 3 hours. Don't worry, we've done it for 8, 12. We've been here a time or two with this dance.
Right. Might just stay here till the fucking 8 o'clock show starts.
8 o'clock. We'll just literally just run it. Don't threaten me with a good time. Fucking run it, my guy.
Right. They are saying the footage is not being shown on screen at the arena too. Okay, so maybe it really legit is a camera issue. And again, this is a rare thing. Now, you and I have been here for indie shows that lose feed. We've had some rough ones. We've had some shows do a 35, 40-minute intermission. Yeah. Where they set up 18 scaffolds and barbed wire. But at the end of the day, we just got to keep rolling, folks. And that's what it is. We said we were going to be here today. We got around 70 people hanging out with us. And not exactly as we planned. I was very curious about Cody and Randy. But here we are, still waiting as we approach about a half an hour down.
Right. Well, Ronnie's saying power outage in the arena. Bonker saying WWE had tweeted. KJ and Nick are more professional than WWE, and we've probably had just as many technical issues.
Yeah, 100%.
Big one. I love this, and I fully feel like this is definitely happening. Someone in the back getting future endeavored. This is your last day of employment here,
right? Well, if the rumors are true, I think there's a camel that is getting put down this afternoon. Sorry, Alice, you gotta go.
Scott, my bad. It went down. I logged in Netflix. Well, thank you for becoming a member for 23 months. Nebin's laughing. Nick, are you going to take points off this show because of the broadcast issues like you did for Bound for Glory? You goddamn right.
Right. I remember that now that you mentioned that.
Well, 100% of you can't ignore this, especially if this is fucking live.
Well, we'll see how long it goes.
Bro, this has been the most of the show has been me just watching the same shit like I'm in a doctor's office. We value your call.
Yeah. No, it's interesting for sure. I do see again, tribalists come in all shapes and sizes and all different sides of the argument, but a regular SmackDown episode outsold stadium show in Texas. It's not exactly just a standard SmackDown.
Well, it's a Saudi show. SmackDown. It's not a regular SmackDown. It's a oil money Saudi show.
Yeah, it's yeah. Let's be careful. But again, so we show that we're unbiased.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton did yeeting with the live crowd while the feed was been down in Netflix. So the video I'm getting now of Randy Orton killing time, yeeting with everybody, it's implying that they're paused.
Yo.
That they are just like, oh wait, no, there's
hold. Was that Kevin Owens calling you? Do you have him on FaceTime, sir?
Right. Okay. Well,
I listened to him. Sorry.
1 second. So yeah, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton had a complete promo. Cody got the last word, essentially saying that he is going to win King of the Ring.
Ah, fair enough. I'm also, if that's all I miss, I'm not exactly mad at it. Well, I get obviously the technical glitch is a fucking issue, but I know Cody's winning.
Yeah. I think I'm 95% sure that Cody's winning, but there is a world that Randy Orton wins. Highly unlikely. They've already sold us on the one last time. So this is Cody's story to tell. Again, I've been surprised with the Cody John Cena connection, the way it's played out. I'm a little nervous that coming off Punk, Cody's going to seem a little bland heading into SummerSlam. I'm a little worried.
Right. Junkyard James, this better get the same flack that AW Collision got for the transmission issue.
No fucking way. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, hold on. Hey, I got Michael Cole and Wade.
I don't. 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen, those watching globally on Netflix, we apologize.
Again, it all depends. I mean, when in-house you have problems, and again, I think the thing is the WWE is rare to have issues, and AEW has had plenty. However, if SmackDown went off the air and it was Happy Gilmore 2 starring MJF, we'd have a different talk about it. I'm still got We'll Be Back.
Oh, I have Solo Sikoa and Jeff Cobb backstage right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, this is still going to get some marks. This has got, a hard cap of it's probably at best a B, despite what they do.
Okay.
This is going to get some marks for that.
Okay. We've had this debate before. If they come out and bang out the show and we have 3 amazing title matches, I really don't give a fuck that it went down. Again, I don't know whose fault it was. So again, people are like, you better be mad. But what if a camel really did eat the wire? Like, I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be mad at the camel. I don't know what to tell you.
My humps.
Like, what are we doing?
So I got Jimmy Uso coming out right now. I don't know what you have, sir.
I have fucking all. But I actually rebooted, so
fair enough. I have Jimmy Uso coming out right now, and again, this stage is so big. Jimmy Uso looks like a fucking goddamn ant walking out right now, and I do mean that all the way respectfully. He is so big when they do the high in camera shot. It looks like a goddamn ant.
Okay, I got Jimmy
walking down the ramp right now,
wearing hefty bag.
Yeah.
Don't get mad, get glad.
I'm Darth Vader for Halloween. No, Mom, just say we're poor. I'm fucking poor.
Right. Jimmy said we're in Saudi. Don't get mad, get glad.
Glad. We took a timeout and he just decided to wear bin bag attire.
Right. Michael Cole apologized, as we know. So there you go.
Right.
I don't think he just said technical difficulties.
Oh, no way we go to a fucking commercial right now. No fucking way. Do we come back from all of that and we go right into a commercial? How did Jimmy Uso comes out?
Well, I mean, again, why the show is still formatted.
We've been through this. Fuck it.
Like, what are we gonna do? The show is in a format. So if we happen to get the feedback now, it doesn't mean the show's rearranged.
It's just I'm worried. I want to just make sure we come back from this.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm getting a "We'll be right back" with Bianca looking at me. I've got flashbacks right now popping up on my screen. What are we going to do for the next half an hour, sir?
It says 48 seconds.
Fair enough. I see you're tuned to this. I'm new to the Canadian feed, so I'm not known to look for that.
Right.
As Paul Ryan, what up? What are you guys watching SmackDown on right now? KJ is watching it on Netflix. I am pretending I live in Canada and watching it on Netflix.
Okay. I loved fucking Rossap, man. The guy kills me. The show comes back live and he tweets out literally just a couple, as close as possible. The show's about to come back, guys. You didn't break it. Again, you present it like he phoned a friend and they were like, it's coming back on live, Sean. Come on. This guy kills me. This guy, he's just so fucking pompous and fake.
Right. I wonder why. But Newport City Nightmare, here comes the crap music again. And again, you're building friendships between me and Boston. You're healing wounds between me and Boston.
It's a silly way to look at it.
A commercial.
Right? It's like if the NFL feed goes out and comes back with 1 minute left in the quarter, you can't just freeze the game. The game's still happening. The feed comes back on. They don't go to break, or you don't go to half because we just came back. That's not how this works. I'm happy that they're staying within the format they have.
MetLife. What's happening at MetLife?
MetLife SummerSlam 2-night event. We will be here live August 2nd and August 3rd.
I'm so terrible. I forgot that SummerSlam was at MetLife. I was like, why are they fucking showing me MetLife? C-Money agreeing with you. I've still got to follow the format.
Right. It's just it's sorry that should they have just don't bring the feedback, just go to commercial, bring the feedback at the end of the commercial. Maybe that would have made people happier, but it's silly shit. It just happened. They got it back, where they were scheduled to do an ad spot.
Right. MDB, Sean Ross crap.
And
who is Sean Ross crappy?
It was a 50-second commercial.
This is the first time I've ever really seen Jeff Cobb's Titantron in WWE, and he's literally got the volcanic, island happening off, and still JC Mateo, Jeff Cobb.
He's wearing the singlet.
He's Jeff Cobb. So see, he's Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb Mateo taking on Jimmy. So what some people WWE has put out, the segment, they've put it out on Twitter and such. People are now retweeting what happened while we were down.
Fair enough. So we can watch that later, and we'll let you know. Yeah, we can react to that before Night of Champions tomorrow.
Right. It's what you could assume.
Yeah. I'm going to beat you tomorrow. No, I'm going to beat you.
Right.
Paul Scott.
I just want to be one of these people out there that are just so perfect and have their lives so together that their job, their family, there's never a hiccup. They don't trip. They don't step on a crack and break mom's back. They never make a fuck up or a typo. They are just so fucking pristine in life that they can just sit around and shit on everything everyone else does. I want to meet these people. They must be fucking phenomenal.
You got to sign up for $14.99 or whatever it is for Fightful Select.
We're about to go back. Yeah, we know. They told us. You fuck.
Paul Scott, I will be at MetLife for both nights. Well, buy yourself some Wrestling for Life Network merch and everything, 100%. Or bring a sign. If you bring a sign to any wrestling show, even if it's over there in Saudi, and you can prove, even if you're on a time delay or anything like that, if the power cuts out, but you're at the show with a sign and you can prove it, we'll send you some merch.
100%, 100%. As Jeff off and rolling. I guess I'll put a poll up. I guess now that technical difficulties are over, I should do this like I normally do. But Jimmy versus JC, who you got? Who you got? Who you got?
Ooh. Mateo. Do we see Hikuleo tomorrow in the solo Jacob match?
Yeah. I think we get something because Solo's going to need an excuse to beat Jacob. He's not going to just beat up. He's not just going to beat Jacob straight up.
Well, so if Solo wins tomorrow, does Jimmy get the win here? Like, because how do you feel about the idea of Jimmy?
Another commercial. This is bullshit. I quit.
Commercial.
I admit this one feels close. This one feels close.
I just have darkness in. Oh no, so no picture. So US, you got picture. It will no. That's the funny thing. No one that is watching us right now live. If you're watching us on the delay, shout out. You know, you probably have a commercial, what have you. But no one watching us live because you're either watching internationally or on a VPN. That's a commercial. So we just got now still fighting outside of JC Mateo and Jimmy Uso. Does Jimmy win here? They seem to be pairing Jacob and Jimmy together. And then you've got Solo's kind of new bloodline forming.
Yeah, I kind of want to see. Oh shit. That was rude. Jimmy taken out. Jacob come out after the fact.
Oh shit! You're gonna make me change my pick. I'm gonna take Jimmy with this. If Jimmy needs something.
Yeah, Jimmy needs his brother.
Yeah, that's really where it's gonna be if they go to the new tag team division. Monday Night Raw, shake up. Yeah.
I'm a little surprised they didn't pre-advertise this match though.
Well, they had a whole hour or two to even pre-advertise it too, and they chose not to.
Let's go. 71% of the chat taking JC and Jimmy getting 29. So not a lot of faith in Jimmy. Not terrible, but not great.
Right. SCB first say we here. Thankfully, finally.
We here, we back, we causing trouble, folks.
Where can you watch SmackDown? It's not on USA. So you can watch it on the USA at 8 o'clock, or you can live internationally a la KJ, who lives in Canada, or you can do as I've done and get a VPN. And I shared it, like I said, in the Discord and all of that. And there is, Captain Jack Sparrow ways to find it as well. But yes, we're here watching it live, versus getting the edited version, which clearly, if you've been here with us live, there's going to be an edited version that comes out later.
Yes. Yeah, the later show should get everything that happened while the Netflix feed was not feeding.
Right. We come back from commercial as Irish Whip in the corner. Burry, can you guys show us SmackDown? No, because copyright.
No, we would love to, but the companies don't allow it. I know there's some debate about letting the audio slip in, but it's tricky because if any of the music audio gets picked up, instantly flagged. And because we do long form, you can't just clip out stuff. Like when we go into a certain time frame, it's either make or break on that video. So we try to avoid the copyrights, and unfortunately, all we can do is, or fortunately for you, we are the live reaction to all the action.
Yes, we're your alternative commentary, 100%. He is KJ White, the greatest Kevin Owens cosplayer in all the land. The 100%, the Kevin Owens imitator. And yes, I'm trying to be something. He's Mr. every night. I'm Mr. sometime tonight.
Jimmy with a corkscrew. Down goes Mateo.
Just call him fucking Jeff Cobb.
His name's not Jeff Cobb.
God damn it, so he's Jeff fucking Cobb. He looks like that. It's like Rhino whenever you just have to spell it a different way. You could have spelt that with a K instead of a C or whatever. He had one F instead of two Fs. You could have gotten around something
You're acting like Jeff Cobb is a great name. That has been.
It's a strong name.
Terrible name. Like
it's a strong name.
JC Mateo might be a better name overall than Cobb.
No, it's not. JC Mateo sounds like he hosts TRL.
Yeah, kind of.
Step up Inzaguri from Jimmy.
Yeah, I like this answer. MDB. Kevin Owens stole KJ's whole shtick. Yeah, the man is 10 months younger than me. So, yes, I came first.
Pause. No, I listened to him and Cody on What Do You Want to Talk About? And it's probably the only one that I've actually really wanted to listen to with Cody's whole shtick, just because of listening to Kevin.
Kevin's great. I mean, as guy, like just a guy that you just want to hang out with. Like the way he acts, and it's so informal, and he's getting up and he's yelling down the hallway, like, get me another drink. And they're like, we're coming. Like, but he means it in like he's in like tongue in cheek. And you see why the guy's been able to do what he has done in his career. You know, he might have some questionable friends I don't like, but no, I mean, overall.
And they talked a good extensive about Matt Nick.
Right.
But even then, of who's the king of the Indies right now? Matt Cardona. But so then why do you keep
that was my fave.
Can't believe that WWE hasn't signed me. Are you happy or not?
Yeah. Are you happy or not? Like, and there it is. The tour of the islands. And JC Mateo with a dub. Poor Jimmy.
Yeah, it's so crazy to think. Is Jimmy Uso Marty Jannetty?
Yep.
To Jey Uso. I didn't even have to finish the opinion. Yep.
He kind of has been, right? Like, at least in like post tag team booking. Yeah.
But you have so many people that say he's better than Jey on a promo, and he's got this, and he's one of those of just, if you gave Jimmy a chance, he would reach the same ceilings, if not surpass him, than Jey. Yeah. As we got Solo and Jimmy saying, work with me, come on. I help you, I love you, you're my brother.
Oh. So Solo trying to offer an olive branch here of like, let's be cool.
As a big brother, this is so disrespectful to have your little brother out there like, let me pick you up. Like, I got you, my guy.
Get the fuck off me, bro. Just get the fuck off me. I'm good. Leave me.
I'm good. What the fuck is you talking about?
Oh, there you go. Clap.
Yeah, like I have a brother who's literally taller than me, so I'm big little bro to him, even though he's the youngest in the family. Get him up, so we're gonna spike him.
Oh, we're waiting for all gas, no brakes. There it is. I'm gonna say the Samoans might have the best entrances in all of like all of them bang. JC's banged, Jacob's banged.
WWE has SmackDown especially lacked because you haven't had the true bloodline pop-up Samoan drop.
Yeah,
it's been trying to fill that bloodline void for a bit.
A little bit, and I think we've had. I mean, they've tried to put things in there like Cody and with Cena and that kind of thing. And the Bloodline 2.0 still kind of puttering through. The fans are super behind Jacob, so that's been a bit of a saving grace. Jeff wanted to call him G-off. Sorry. Call him G-off.
G-off Cobb. Wait a minute. What channel is SmackDown live on? I forgot about Saudi time. It is live on Netflix in Canada and internationally, but beyond that, prettiest Samoan suplex or
the Samoanist of moonsaults. Jimmy and Jacob was a bit of a stare down. How is Jimmy not sweating in that outfit?
He's Blade, my guy. Jimmy is the winner in real life. I'd be married if I could go home to Naomi the Stallion. Yeah,
Naomi the Stallion.
We got a caution tape. Oh, that was so good. Oh, I could have hit you, but I chose to take out Solo. So this is this the new tag team? Is this the new?
No.
Is Jacob making his own new bloodline, or do we get Roman comes back and Jacob falls in line with?
No.
I love you, Roman Reigns.
No. No, I think Jacob would buck that on a hard. I think Jacob's got to be the werewolf. He's got to be the lone wolf. He can have a guy like, I mean, right now, Jimmy and Jacob have common enemies, but I don't see them, dialing in.
Fair enough. As I've got Triple H and Shawn Michaels on my screen. Oh, wait, that's Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
All the tag teams.
And shout out, though, and they're bringing up and bigging up Los Misterios, Los Lobos with the AAA titles.
There you go. There you go. A rare sighting. I mean, we were getting used to seeing the TNA title on NXT, but like you said, the AAA tag champs are in the building. Nick Aldis
at a point, honestly, to where WWE is doing what AEW tries to do, just better, of like working with other companies, but we slowly integrate it. We don't oversaturate our product with their product.
Yeah. And I mean, you and I touched on a topic, when it kind of ties into that in extent before we went live. And we probably will talk about it live because I know you are a scarf carrying member of the MJF fan club. And I know some people are kind of marking out or simping out about this. He showed up in MLW, but I got issues with MJF. Oh,
Andrade El Idolo.
How would Andrade like to find a partner and fight DIY?
Yo,
that is so weird. We got all these tag teams kicking around.
Is SmackDown's tag team division, though, we can say and admit, is head, shoulders, knees, and toes above Monday Night Raw.
Oh, for sure. Monday Night Raw has what? Oh, by the way, didn't Waller and Grayson win a title somewhere?
Huh?
Let me double check on that. Oh, and your buddy Dijak and
Dijak and Dijakinata and Baron Corbin. Why can't I think of his goddamn name now? Tom Prescott.
His caught.
Sat there and won the tag team titles in MLW to pivot towards what you were going to say, but I know you're going to pause before what you say.
I thought Austin Theory and Waller did something interesting over the weekend, but I'll double check on that.
Oh, that's not a bad shout though of Andrade and Rey Fenix.
Yes,
he's been a guy who's been waiting for a minute.
Bishop Dyer.
Yes, sorry, god damn it.
Yeah, it's Dyer and Dijak. The skyscraper.
D&D.
Right?
I roll a nat 20 and they won the tag titles.
We are getting a package for the women's U.S. title. I'm not sure if that match is coming up next, but let's go, Julia. I will be a Dijak stan for life.
Absolutely.
Right. But I will be right back.
There you go. As KJ is taking a pause for the cause. Trey, your thing of Los Garza, KJ, not Waller in Theory. So, yeah, that's what I kind of thought is I'm getting Zelina Vega coming out right now. So this man, holy shit, this goddamn screen is so huge. We've had Iguana Man, and now we've got Cobra Gal as Zelina Vega has upped the snakeskin attire so much that she's got to hold her little headdress attire above her for her coming out. But she's defending her women's U.S. title versus Julia here. So let us know, folks, who you taking? And to me, it's clearly Julia. This has been teased since they brought Julia to SmackDown, I feel, of that absolutely that Julia was going to be the new women's U.S. title holder. KJ, put up your regular Gramo screen. We'll be right back. God damn it. I literally just got that with Cody doing the whoa. Oh, Jose, I love you. So Polo bringing up Ryan. Nick just heard Chavo's mother just passed away. T's and P's to Mama Guerrero. Absolutely. And yeah, and I will at least say, and this will be my halfway bit of a pivot towards anything. I'm glad that, lucha wrestling is starting to get back into the forefront and everything. I know KJ's always been a big fan of the lucha wrestling. I've been more of the New Japan, style and everything. But that now we've had two prominent shows from both prominent companies in Mexico. CMLL's gotten to focus, Triple A's gotten to focus. Triple A titles mentioned on WWE tonight. So I think very much is really a true and a good testament that, lucha wrestling is still thriving and surviving. Semantics Trey, what did Trey say? Hey, Capone. Capone, what up, peeps? What up? Daniel Hadley becoming a member on YouTube. Shout out, Daniel. What up? Man, this looks like he's taking an award in his profile picture, but shout out. Not gonna lie, I would love to see Zelina Vega back in TNA for a small run. That was always the long outstanding theory that you put her and Malachi, her and Alistair versus Charlotte and Andrade back when they were an actual thing. And that would have been a hell of a mixed tag match challenge back when they were still doing those belts. But yeah. Zelina and TNA. Hey, what do you say? Does she win Knockouts title and then, have a bit of a wee reign with it? As she's out here in full snakeskin, well, half snakeskin. Rosito, wait, what? What a tray. I get, what was her name back in TNA? Rosita. Oh, God. Anthony got all the TNA, input. As Julia coming out, and again, her entrance is fucking phenomenal. And I can't wait to where we're going to end up potentially at one point having, Julia, Kyrie, Asuka, and Io Sky as pretty much the top four women in this company. But this stage is so huge and so big, and they still managed to fit 26,000 people in here. But tell me if I'm wrong. Like, when the wrestlers come out there, they look so minute and everything until they pan down the ramp and everything, because that stage is so goddamn huge. And this is a Friday Night Smackdown. Granted, it's a Friday Night Smackdown in Saudi Arabia, but goddamn. She got spunked. Boston, absolutely nothing money. Dominic Dijakovic, which was better name, is legit, and WWE should be begging him to come back so they can strap a rocket to him. He's 38, so he's still got a good 10 years. Well, then you've also got a guy like Eddie Thorpe. Christ, I wish I could remember his name outside of social media and everything right now. But Eddie Thorpe was in the prime of his run and everything. And even publicly put out there, he asked for his release so he could be more vocal about situations and everything. So different strokes for all folks. But yeah, I think it's really interesting that Dijak, nobody misses Eddie Thorpe. I miss Eddie Thorpe. I also miss Mrs. Eddie Thorpe, Dakota Kai. So you shut up, MBB. But I think it's really interesting that, Dijak's still in MLW, guys. We're underway, ding, ding. So, folks, let us know whether you're taking Zelina Vega or Julia for the women's U.S. title right now. Zelina's music is awful. And still had a problem with the feed, with all the space in the arena there. Who's a what? When did Eddie Thorpe leave? That was during the last batch of releases and everything. When it was Dakota Kai, Christ, who else was in that? When it was Wolfgang and Co. It was Gallus. It was Tegan Knox. It was Christ almighty. I'm trying to remember everybody that was in that goddamn release. But yeah, it was around that time frame. As right now, Zelina in control. So again, folks, let me know who you're taking for this match, whether you got Zelina or you got Julia. Moonsault on the outside from Zelina, but she's grabbing her shin. I don't know if they're still together. You know, women don't like a man. What the? Only Zelina can succeed in making Saudi crowds. Saudi crowds aren't quiet. What in the double negative did you say? As so, when you're watching this on USA, you might be in a commercial break right now, but I have about 2 minutes and 6 seconds or so before we're back from commercial break right now. Crowd quiet. Yeah. And that's almost to me too of one of those, how is the crowd going to still be throughout the rest of the show? Like, I know it was wardrobe malfunction, KJ fully on top of it. Bradley, I'll interrupt what I'm saying to shout out your mother's birthday. Pause. Happy belated birthday to my mother yesterday. Was shout out Mrs. Johnson, Jen John. Shout out Mrs. Bradley. There we go. But yeah, I wonder how this crowd is still going to carry on and still react to everything. Post the pause, the cause, and all of that. Did it kind of take the wind sails out of everybody? Crowd is fine. Don't worry, crowd is fine. What channel is on SmackDown right now? It is internationally on Netflix, as I got a neck breaker from Julia on to the outside on the Zelina. It is on, if you have a VPN, I'm watching it through Canada right now on Netflix, and all of that. Beyond that, you can watch it later on tonight. And again, click on this now. Be watching this now. Hopefully you're watching this now when you're watching this in the USA at 8 o'clock, because that's the only other way you can watch this. Which again, they will surely have a moment. You can cut out of this. We got the director's cut. We got the exclusive edition with this. All these other streamers and everything, they're going to be out there watching it at 8 o'clock on the USA feed and everything. They're not going to know what happened. We know what happened. We got the director's cut. Bradley, what up? Mega, what up? Ronan, whose wardrobe malfunction? Saudi's not going to like it. I don't know if anybody's malfunction, because they got full body suits here. As we're back in action, back from commercial here. We got the original trilogy without all the CGI. Yeah, Lucas had no input in this. We don't get that random singer thrown in a bar, in the cantina and all that. We got the Laserdisc edition type shit. International Netflix. Yes. Saudi snipers in the arena in case of a nip slip. What? Maybe, perhaps. John C. Are they on Netflix or Peacock? I said that backwards, but yes, if you're watching internationally, they're on the Netflix. I am on Netflix Canada, as they are live from Riyadh, as Meteora into the ring steps from the Zelina Vega onto Julia. Again, hell of a match. You can let me know in the chat right now of how you feel about Zelina Vega. Is she overhyped? Is she one of those of the internet darling, but in ring, on the show, on your screen, what have you, you're not fully behind? Or is she one of those that just give her some time, just give her a little bit of a moment to go and talk and, be in ring, and she can really pull off some magic here? Because she's in there with somebody like Julia, who we know is going to pull off some magic. Not the gathering, but some magic. Sin, hope everyone ready for the best. Absolutely, my guy. We the best. Why? Without a VPN. Without a VPN, you got to wait until 8 o'clock. If you live in the US, respectfully. Unless you're going to listen to us potentially spoil everything for you. Meteor off the top from Zelina on to Julia. 2 count. How far down the road we see Zilla Fatu, if at all? Ooh. Is he he almost might be a WrestleMania surprise. I think especially he's in an area of, well, he's out there in Texas and everything, because he's been around reality wrestling, all of that. He's in the bigger markets, I feel. He's a WrestleMania surprise if you can kind of tease it, surprise it, build it, and then pay it off. Yeah. Oh, Julia in control. Zelina fights out. Kick to the gut. Code red. 1, 2. Oh, Julia. Oh, that's clever. Gets her feet on the rope, but literally to where she sunk more into the pin, but she got her feet on the rope here. Two count. Dos amigos. Yeah, Netflix with a VPN on Netflix in US. No, Netflix VPN Canada. Now, why didn't WWE work out this broadcast with Peacock in the US? I don't know. I wish I was in those meetings. Honestly, I'd be making a lot more and could do this probably a lot more regularly if I, had the big account to be in those meetings. Yes, two count. Dos amigos. 1, 2, 3, as Julia picks up the win in your new Women's U.S. champion after a high knee, and I will say hi to ye.
Let's go. Julia with the W. Good match. Back and forth. Good energy. And Julia gets her first main roster gold, folks. Title change in Riyadh.
Yeah. Well, is it surprising to you of normally at times when you get a call up from NXT to the main roster, you end up with Carmelo Hayes. You end up kind of doing some jobs, lost in the mist, straight up the abyss, all of that.
Depends.
Julia and Stephanie get called up to the main roster. They're instantly in prominent positions. You have Julia now, who's main roster women's mid-card champion. She's the third women's U.S. champion of all time. Yeah. It was Chelsea, Zelina, and now Julia. So interesting position of move straight from NXT and into a prominent spot.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you're Carmelo Hayes, you're a middle lower guy, so that's why that happened. But if you're Gunther, or if you're guys that have come up of that ilk, Julia, Stephanie, these are main eventers, so they're getting booked as main eventers as they transition. Like even like a Lyra, she middle card kind of thing. I mean, Julia's only the mid card champion right now as well. So, I mean, I understand, but it's case by case. Some people have to be in that top upper middle, and other people aren't, and take longer to get to that upper middle.
Fair enough.
Oh, so anyway, there was an official thing that came out, or I don't know how official it is, but the WWE, there was a power outage at the venue. So they were dealing with a power outage. It wasn't Netflix. But there was a power outage that affected everything involved in some way. So they did delay production for the international audience.
Fair enough. And folks, we cannot confirm nor deny if a camel was involved.
We do not know.
But I'm getting the replay of Charlotte and Piper and Alexa and all that. Oh,
Charlotte, Alexa.
What is it with women in Saudi Arabia dressing like leopards?
Has there been a lot of that?
Zelina just came out here like goddamn. Well, no, she was snake skin. Sorry. And then now we've got Charlotte. That's just the leopard attire version of
it. Well, Vega did have a moment where the referee had to fix her outfit. I believe her swimsuit popped open. And they had to put her back in.
Who's the snake charmer?
Right. So the referee was on the job.
Up next. So we're getting the finalist. Is this the fucking match?
No.
Okay. All right.
Well, we go to another commercial break, folks. The show rolls on here on SmackDown. I'm getting an ad for 2K25. And we got more coming your way. Don't forget, our PCO interview is out now and it is set. So go check that out. A fun chat, especially with MLP Resurrection coming up next weekend. We will be live on Saturday, July 5th for MLP Resurrection as PCO will take on Danny Moff in a House of Pain match and so much more, including Shotzi Macrodone. Shotzi broke her arm.
The tank roll
Right.
over it and everything of the debatable king of the Indies, Matt Cardona, may or may not have been implicated in that whole excursion there.
Right. This isn't the queen of the app. What's up, Bear? How you doing, buddy? Welcome back.
Right. I'm gonna go search for my favorite mainer. I'll be right back.
There you go. There you go. Nick taking a pause for the cause. Show rolls on. Like I said, lots coming your way. Lots to talk about still. And I'm not sure if this show is going to end at the 3-hour mark the way we anticipated, or if this show is now going to have an additional little overrun to compensate for the blackout. We will find out. We'll see how that goes. We still have a tag match coming up. The Wyatt Six will take on the Street Profits. Andrade's looking for a partner as Andrade and TBD will take on DIY. And then, of course, the women's world title, last woman standing match, Nia versus Tiffy. This shall be interesting. You always got to wonder what Naomi's up to. So a lot going on there. Don't forget to get your Wrestling for Life Network merch. If you are going to a live show and you bring a sign with our logo on it and you can prove you did it, we will send you some swag to say thank you. Yeah, get in the chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Be a part of the WFU where you can have an opinion and not get in trouble. Last thing I will touch on during this commercial break is I got about 50 seconds. We have Wrestling with Mental Health coming up on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. We go live. We're just going to have an open forum discussion in honor of Men's Mental Health Month. We're going to talk about some of the stigmas. We're going to talk about some of the support you can get, how we can support each other, how we can support ourselves, and overall, a topic that I feel sometimes gets swept under the rug. But myself, Nick, and Anthony, big advocates of mental health, and thought it would be a great opportunity to jump on and just talk about it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We hope everyone's there, male, female, wrestling fan, not wrestling fan. We don't care. All are invited to a very important discussion. We're just going to talk a lot about men and how we cope and how we deal with the day-to-day lives where, you know, it's tough when you got to put on that brave, I'm the man face. We're going to open up and touch on some feels. As now we are getting an ad for Night of Champions. Oh my God. Yeah, right. It's close. That's too much cleavage. Yeah, she might get in trouble. She's going to get in trouble. Shotzi's arm is broken. Yeah, so Shotzi has her arm in a cast. From what I understand, it's legit. It's not a work. And again, I love Shotzi, but she does have a history. Now, the show goes on. She said she's not missing out on anything. Maybe that casted arm helps her beat, Matt Cardona coming up. We'll see. We talk about Shotzi Blackheart in my interview with PCO. As Shotzi's a fan of PCO, PCO is a fan of Shotzi. Can they get together? Can they work together? Can they do something? We will find out. As Shotzi will take on Giselle Shaw on July 5th for the MLP Women's Canadian Championship. Of course, Chelsea broke her arm, all that death match wrestling. Yeah, I mean, again, those topes are tough. As now we are going to replay from the 2015 King of the Ring. And if you remember, Wade Barrett was your King of the Ring. Going over Neville. Neville, they refer to him as Neville. We might now know him as the Bastard Pac. But like, share, subscribe, be a part of the shows, be a part of the family. We covered it all. Let's go. So I'm not sure what's up next. Okay, we're going to get the combatants in the Women's Queen of the Ring final. And Wade Barrett is in the ring to facilitate this particular battle. I think it's raining out. Great interview. KJ watched it the other day. Crazy to think how long he great interview he goes in ring. Listen, I mean, it was one of those. If you go back and watch the interview, I think at least me watching it, I was definitely nervous in the beginning. To me, it was a big deal to sit down with someone like PCO. Such a great guy. It made it easy peasy. Even to the point of like pre-interview, he was like, "I'll be there in 5 to 8 minutes." I was like, "All right, bro, like take your time." But here comes Jade. But yeah, that was one of my favorite parts of the whole interview, was when I kind of like surmised that, the fact that he's, does such a heavy, hardcore style that, at 56, maybe he's close to, putting his feet up and relaxing a little more. And he shut that down quick. I feel nothing. I'm good. I feel nothing. So let's go. Goodbye to that comment. But yeah, thanks, Bear. I do appreciate the love. And we hope to bring you more interviews. We're working on more stuff behind the scenes, more original content, bringing back some original content in a couple weeks. Next Thursday, the Wing Show will return as we bring you the women's wrestling trivia in honor of WWE Evolution. We are going to do 100% women's wrestling trivia to find out who the new king of the wing will be. Myself, Nick, Anthony, putting ourselves through a little bit of torture and a whole lot of fun. So be there for that. As I do have Jade in the ring at the moment. This music's starting to get annoying. What music? Oh, that's right up alley. Thank you, KJ. Mental health is health. 100%. I mean, so much of what we go through, day to day are between our ears, right? And it's not always easy to get up every day and put on your work boots or do what you got to do. It's a battle. And we want to talk a lot about it. We want to have an open place. Nick and I always say, be a friend, tell a friend. And, if you feel, if you're feeling down and out, if you're feeling alone, reach out. And our door is always open. You can find all our socials down below. And again, this place, this chat, this channel for me has been cathartic. And it's been amazing I've had some really bad days, some really bad moments, and then we go live and I forget all about it and I'm able to dive into this. And so I'm grateful to this chat. I'm grateful to the people that, grace us with their time. And we're looking forward to a little bit of giving back, but also a topic that hits really close to home. And I will point out that our chat is like 88% male. We're working on the female contingent, but you boys got to be nice. Less thirsty out there. This music, I don't know what you mean by this music. Sup, chilling, a hard day in the warehouse. See, there you go. But my boy hooked me up with some flavors. So just tucking into a big old fatty. Dude, that's how you do it on a Friday. It's a Friday, feed up, wrestling on, the channel's live, and the vitamins are all flowing. And the wind is a breezing, apparently. But we got Oscar, we got Jade, we got microphones, and we got Wade. Please don't make fun of me if I talk stuff that affects me mentally. John, I'm not sure if anyone did, but that'd be counterproductive against what we're trying to accomplish. So, no, we want people out there to feel like they can open up. And again, trying to erase that stigma of men don't express themselves, men don't open up. But that's why, the tragedy rate for men are much higher, because we're expected to bottle and bottle and bottle. So hopefully nobody in the chat made fun, and keep it respectful, folks. We get we're good. We've done this before. Remember, this isn't the first time. I might have a power outage. Let's go. The storm is here. Yeah, Jade brought a storm to my back door, apparently. Big pop for Asuka. People in PCO's generation refuse to retire. Like, damn, man, because the brother climbed the corporate ladder too. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It really is crazy. And again, I think nowadays when you hear of someone 56, you see a guy that's in phenomenal shape like PCO and other, he's not the only one out there. There are some 50-plussers out there that maybe should have hung it up. But, I mean, he's still competing at such a high level that how do you say no to the French-Canadian Frankenstein? Paint it on. Paint it on. Oh, wait a minute. Proceed with caution. Naomi in the house. Well, I appreciate that, Jose. I really do. I really do, man. That is the greatest part of this. When we started talking about wrestling, the last thing we thought we'd have an impact and grow a community the way we have. So pretty pumped, and we appreciate that. That's awesome. That's kindest words you can offer. Oh, yeah, it's fucking coming down out there. That's interesting. I'm hoping Naomi doesn't get in trouble for our higher-ups in WWE by opening an OnlyFans page. And she's still... Did Naomi open OnlyFans? My Lord. The crowd is chanting, shut the F up. And the Netflix guys are scrambling to stop it. I'm grateful for you, KJ. Sincerely, sir. Right back at you. There is no bullshit in our rhetoric around here. And we greatly appreciate yourself and greatly appreciate everybody. Time is the most valuable thing you have. And we all give up a lot of time to be here and make this what it is. So nothing but love. As the crowd legit telling Naomi to shut the F up. Anthony, how you doing, Naomi? I mean, I think the women might want to, convert to these suits more often, to be honest. You suck breaking out. Oh, Jade goes after Naomi, but knocks down Asuka on the way, and Asuka's not happy. Spinning back fist, big kick, another kick. Down goes Jade. And Asuka's all over her. She went over. She's going under. The crowd is swearing. Yeah, again, things change. Only uses. I also saw about a quarter of the way up, or a forearm. Again, things change. I mean, you got to remember, there was no women on the Middle Eastern shows for not just Saudi shows, for a long time. That's changed. Yes, they still have restrictions as far as outfits go, and they oblige. That's part of the deal. But I don't think any of us out here are complaining. But I got Pierce and Aldis in the back. Every woman is on notice. Okay, we're talking about the women's tag titles. This is big news for Nick, but Malachi Black in the building. R-Truth about to get his head popped off by Malachi Black as he interrupts Black for the second week in a row. And Black has been calm. Black has been patient. But I think Malachi might have just about enough of this shit. Yeah, Asuka's unreal. She really is unreal. It's unfortunate she's going to lose tomorrow. What did Safit say? Oh, I missed it. Sorry, Safit. Raining in Ottawa, Canada right now. Yeah, it's raining in my neck of the woods as well. About 5 hours away from you, Timmy. So, but the sun just came back out. So as always, speaking of mental health, the weather seems to be out of her mind at times as well. Okay, so we're going to talk about the women's tag division, and they got to do something about it. So does Nick finally get his, I don't know if wish is the right word, or does his premonition come true that the women's division in the tag team division is done? Or are we going to do something with it? Is there going to be a women's tag team tournament? Because they love tournaments in 2025. Yeah, not popular at all. This crowd has no rhythm. Right? Both the Raw and SmackDown GM, very interesting. Very interesting. How do you? Yeah, I have no idea, Ken. And attempting to do it would probably get me canceled. So we're not going to do it here tonight. But it looks like they are like Alistair and Truth feel like Truth, so blinded by his rage when it comes to Cena, has happened to step on Alistair's toes a couple times now. Again, that would be a pretty strong heel move at this point in history if Black is to pop off the head of Truth. As we go to commercial break, $1.20. How good or bad do you think the Truth and Alistair will be? I think it'll be good in the sense of, because R-Truth is so loved, if you're hoping to get some real good heat on Alistair, again, it's a pro, or Truth's a pro, so it kind of diverts the Truth's attention while Cena's busy with something else. It also gives Alistair something to do, and it will be a quality pro wrestling match. Like, R-Truth knows what he's doing in there. You'll get a good match out of him. He'll eat a black mass, and we all move on. I'm driving now. Speaking of driving.
Well, I suck with my driver. What? But my golf game's terrible.
That's all.
Do you think, though, that we could get Priest and Truth paired together again, because Priest had to be the one of sun's getting real low, cowboy?
Yeah, actually, it could be the caveat into getting Alistair versus Damien, right? Kind of the creepy goth dudes one-on-one.
Spooky goth dudes equal spooky goth dude. Well, there's been the fan theory of, do you get Malachi, Karrion, and the Righteous, and that's your new big spooky dookie faction?
Maybe. I don't know.
You get a big Raw faction, you get a big SmackDown faction.
Yeah, I don't know. I like them kind of solo acts. KJ White and Malachi Black's tag team name would be called Zebra Cow Dalmatian.
Cow Dalmatian.
Okay.
Cruella de Vil.
We're going back to AAA in Monterrey, Mexico.
As they're bigging up, though. Hey, they're bigging up. Los Lotharios winning the tag belts. I know they're not going to show anything of, the Kingo getting booed, but yeah.
It's crazy. But big pop, they show it, and like Los Garza get a big pop, and Miss Pena handing off the belt.
That's still not a human being. That's Mars Attacks, my guy.
It kind of is. Fuck. A Mars Attacks.
I've never seen a fucking paper mache nest before until her hairstyle.
Alidalo.
So who's Andrade's partner gonna be?
Man, your guess is as good as mine. Is there a look? Where's Mansoor when we need him?
Dr. Aguara, Mr. Aguara. Psycho Clown.
Do it.
Fenix.
Yeah.
I think you said it before, Ray Fenix.
Yeah, someone in the chat actually called Phoenix, and again, this fucking entrance is hard on the eyes, but I love it.
Have they done that? Like, is Phoenix a guy that was better in AEW than he's been in WWE? Just asking. Let me finish. Versus Penta's been better in WWE than he was in AEW.
Penta had a head start. That's all. And again, I think the ultimate plan is to put them together. But I mean, I think Penta definitely had a better onboarding, feels a little more relevant, a little stronger than Phoenix, but Phoenix was fine. Phoenix got to be in WrestleMania, got a WrestleMania match, even by default. I mean, again, it's not, I'd see it's a little more low key than Penta, but anything's better than being on another company not being used. So
fair enough.
It's an automatic upgrade if you're being used. There you go, Boston. Somebody called it.
Yeah, of course, the New Englander is going to take credit. But no, I want an Andrade Penta match.
Maybe. I'm down with them fighting. I mean, Andrade's a guy that I would love to see more out of. Like, I'm a big Andrade fan.
Well, give him more of a prominent position. Like, he'll do the best with what he's got. but give him 15 minutes with the IC title or anything like that. And I think it'll be a fantastic match.
Right.
What are you chuckling about?
Oh, I'm just chuckling about the boys in the chat, kind of giving each other a hard time, made me laugh. So, Andrade.
I really wish something for Andrade. Phoenix. He start with me a little bit. I'm worried he might be closer to Dragon Lee than Penta.
I'm not worried about it because I do ultimately think the goal is him and his brother together. So they had to deal with the, getting free from Guantanamo Bay, and now they're free. So
if they have that, should you do a unified tag division or still keep it separate brands? Because it feels, depending on where they land, you're going to heavily sway a tag division. Say if you get the Usos versus the Lucha Bros for a tag title match.
Yeah. I mean, I am looking forward to the Lucha Bros coming together. I think the Usos are almost ready to bring them back together. And you take that star power, that absolute huge babyface power that Jay has, and you bring it to that tag team division. I think it helps people get more invested in the tag team.
Yo, what is with the fucking cinematic ass camera here? Am I the only one seeing this? If they're every now and then they'll cut to the camera, and it is the most action movie. I'm expecting a slow CGI, clip load into a Gundam thing. Both men up top, crossbodies.
There you go, in stereo.
We're going to commercial break. Stereo.
Okay, a fake commercial. There we go.
So we'll see. I'm getting used to now if I'm watching on the Canadian feed. I've embraced my Canadian potential citizenship. Right. I've got 2 minutes and 14 before we go back from commercial.
Right. Phoenix needs better gear. Really? I don't know.
Yeah, well, you got it to where I think at this point it's very much like when WCW had all the luchas of everybody still kind of feels unique, has their own personality. La Parka is still differentiating from Juventud and Psychosis and all of that. They all differentiate.
Yeah, and that's one thing people forget is lucha's so character driven. You're bought into the lore of a certain character, but it's so character driven. And the fans, they're local celebrities, but these are guys that you can bump into wearing their mask, going for a sandwich in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, right? So they're so driven by who that character is, and they would even probably be offended by me calling it a character, but it is so character driven. Even guys like Psycho Clown and Mr. Iguana, they find a way. As we get the slingshot spear,
right? But I think that's also part of it. Of they can take that mask off and then go walk about, and nobody knows who they are unless you're Ronald Mysterious. And it's become such a whole thing of. I know you had halfway talked about it before. Of MJF took Mystico's mask at Grand Slam, and then proceeded to show up with that same mask at MLW and attack Mystico. I know, but when else am I going to mention it here with the Luchas?
Yeah, no, it's a good time. Good time. Listen, I know somebody, and I took a pot shot at somebody for kind of overhyping it. My complaint or my issue with the MJF situation is you are heading into your quote unquote WrestleMania, your biggest show of the year. Arguably, MJF, one of the biggest stars that this company's ever had, especially one of the biggest stars they've ever had that didn't come from the WWE. And the best you have for him, he's in a big angle, a big storyline with the Hurt Syndicate. And the best you have for MJF going into All In is Mystico. Jesus, that's disappointing.
I mean, they cut back. So right when they go back from commercial, they show that big ass screen. I mean, Mystico is the biggest guy in CMLL to me.
I guess.
Well, to me, the biggest fault is we're getting Thunder Rosa versus Athena on Supercard of Honor, not at all in Texas and everything.
I expected it. More to be honest. Yeah, it should have been there.
Yeah, that to me is more insulting. Is that Athena you use in your advertising is on your main show, versus the MJF thing. Cool, he went back to MLW. I'm not super. To me, I don't get the whole. It's the greatest thing ever. To me, it's more of insulting that Athena and Thunder Rosa, two of your probably biggest draws in that market, you're putting them on Supercard of Honor. You couldn't find them a match to have.
Why would you have the Ring of Honor champion not on the Ring of Honor Supercard? That makes no sense to me. Of course,
you can't have her at All In or anything. They've already crossed the fucking line of mixing the two, but you can't have her.
I mean, okay,
so for the marketing.
You don't defend the women's title at Ring of Honor, but she shows up the next day and defends it on AEW. I've been asking them to keep Ring of Honor people away from AEW, so it'd be hypocritical of me to say otherwise.
So you don't think
what is happening?
No.
Yo, I'm getting the audio for the commercial.
Yes.
Michael Cole, what were you saying?
What did you say, honey? Yeah. I was like, what in the am I listening to? And that's funny because I didn't notice it because we talk, obviously. So yeah.
That's crazy. 98 likes on the stream already, folks. 2 more to get to 100. We greatly appreciate the love. But the show rolls on. Right now, we got Andrade and Phoenix taking on DIY. I did put a poll up. Forgot about it. 81% going against DIY. Wow.
Fair enough. I like this from Scott. Holy I'm top 82, and there's only 60. Well, there's more than 63 now, but
yeah, right.
Watching the stream.
It's a fluctuating number, Scotty.
Points.
I like this from Anthony. It's not going well. They're having hiccups.
Yeah.
Now that one
they need a slap on the back here to get rid of them hiccups.
Right. Now that one was during a commercial break, and it was about a 10-second audio fuck up.
But they've had a 40-minute fuck up.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, most of the people are never going to know about the commercial.
Oh, yeah. The U.S. Well, no, the great country of the U.S. will not know about this fuck up unless they read Twitter, which again, that implies reading. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm struggling. Like MJF is like, you have no, you signed Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander couldn't be in a feud with MJF, or, you know.
He doesn't take it a win.
No, well, that's embarrassing unto itself. He took the paycheck though, didn't he?
Right. Well, Andrade just
tornado DDT.
Well, neck breaker or whatever the fuck that was. Yeah. Two count. Well, no, and I got reminded because I saw somebody shared online on social media today of, you know, MJF amongst the pillar. And, you know, I'm coming for the world championship. You know, the devil's got his horns back and everything. Mm-hmm. And then now he's Sami Zayn of the Hurt Syndicate.
Is he though?
No, he very much is.
No, but they're not doing anything. The Hurt
Syndicate. I didn't think you were going that way. Oh,
at least the Bloodline were doing shit.
Shadow Machine. 1, 2, wow. 2 count.
And the crowd is loud for this one. Like if you took like a top heel in WWE, like McIntyre, and he was going to fight a top AAA guy at a pay-per-view, people would fucking hate it. But you're taking one of your best guys and you're so bereft of good ideas. He's going to take, like, I don't care about MJF versus Mystico. He don't work here. I don't give a fuck about it.
What do you do if not anything like this? Of put him with a top guy, and I'm halfway just more of trying to figure it out of like, what do you do with MJF if you're not going to put him in the world title scene right now? Because that's Hangman, that's Ospreay, that's Swerve. Like, if you're not going to do world title scene, what do you do with MJF? I'm not saying that it's a good thing that he's not in the world title scene, but yeah.
As Phoenix going to the top off the tag, big splash.
Bog splash. Dos amigos.
This is a good match. The thing with MJF is, I mean, you have a story. You have him in the Hurt Business. This should be about like MJF's trying to help the Hurt Business, but keeps fucking it up, which makes Bobby mad. Or There's
Sami Zayn.
But like you got to remember, like when Sammy joined the Bloodline, there was a story to it, and then there was, as much as he wanted to be in there was always this question: are you really blood? And this is just like, oh, I joined but no real. Why did you join the Hurt Syndicate? What does it mean? What are you guys doing? They're not doing shit. Even the Hurt Syndicate, are going to take on we don't even know, because they smashed and embarrassed the number one guys that we thought they were going to fight. So you don't have anything interesting for any of these people. By the way,
got the idea of MJF in the gauntlet match, to where he could earn potentially a title match contendership. Fair enough. Well, no, before you go off, just let me say, Tom, no, we will not be back live. You can just rewatch this here, and you can especially timestamp KJ's rant that's about to happen. Yes, go ahead.
Well, dude, what the fuck are we doing? So we did a fatal 4-way for the number one spot in the gauntlet. And for those, I had to explain this several times on Wednesday, because we're so used to battle royals or Royal Rumbles where it's almost Vince Russo booking. It's a reverse, and the match can end any time. So you want to be an early number because you might not even get in the match. Now we're doing another fatal 4-way for the number 2 spot.
Well, to me, if it's a gauntlet match, why do you want number 1 or number 2? I want to be last. I want to take the pin here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be the first one in. I want to, shit, it's that stupid fucking rule of where it could win at any time.
Exactly. So remember last time they did this, there was 20 people announced, and we got to 12. So 8 guys never got in.
That's a reverse battle royal bullshit.
And now we know 8 people that are going to be in this battle royal. And my question becomes, big running
Meteora.
Sorry, I got distracted by the action.
God, every time they show like the close in-ring thing, it looks all cinematic-y. Stop. What?
That is what you just saw was a pro at work, folks. Andrade was going for his double backflip. Johnny rolled, and they didn't time it proper, and Andrade just fell on him for the 2 count.
He knew the one to pivot.
Yeah, just right in motion. You saw him go like, fuck, down. Should never happen. Oh, shit. This has been a hell of a match.
The Sicilian psychopath. See, that's the thing is, you might be right if they're going to deliver such a fucking show after this big old hiccup that you might forget the big old hiccup.
Well, here's the dilemma, though. And I mean, the 8 o'clock crew tonight won't even know there was a hiccup. And like watching live,
we might still be here when the 8 o'clock crew shows up.
But the dilemma for me becomes there was a power outage. So, I mean, if my power goes out right now, I didn't fuck up. Like, it's not my fault.
But we don't. 2 count. Again, I don't think they'll be crucified for it, but it does have to be acknowledged.
Yeah, but acknowledged how? Like, I don't get what your point is. Like, acknowledge what way? Like they said,
sorry. My original question and point was you might get what you said to where this show's so good beyond everything that it makes you forget about that, and then you pivoted back into taking into account.
Well, it's just like I said. I mean, I think overall it's up to the show what they do. I'm really curious how long the show goes at.
Fireflies in full effect.
Those
2 count.
Poison Rana. What a fucking match they're giving us.
And to still think, though, we've got title matches aplenty here. We still haven't seen a single one.
We saw it with title change.
Oh, yeah. Damn it. 2 count.
Deonna Purrazzo. Like she could be in a feud with MJF. Give her something. Give her anything. Deonna Purrazzo deserves so much better. They're going to throw Deonna and Taya into the tag team division, and they're going to be jobbers for like Anna Jay and fucking Ty Conti.
It's always bad when the wrestler predicts that they'll be in picture-in-picture, and they end up in picture-in-picture.
Facts. How funny is that?
Yo, Andrade's spinning back elbow was still the cleanest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's the best Judas effect in the business.
It never looks like he's clearly intentionally hitting a move. It looks like he's always just following through.
He's stepping through and he pops, but Phoenix with the jump up Inseguri.
Who's legal man?
Muscle Buster. He tagged Andrade. Down.
Yo, Muscle Buster driver into a
double hook neck
into a hammerlock DDT. Rip 1, 2.
And the crowd goes wild.
Fucking tag team. Let's go.
Leave these two together for a hot minute. Fuck Penta. Let him be solo Penta. This is good. Eventually, you have the draft, and Penta comes over, and he's mad or jealous that Andrade's made friends with his brother.
God damn. I don't want to pitch for a trios, but it might be a trios.
Right. DIY needed that W. Nah, they're good. No. I'm happy they didn't get it. I'd be bummed out if they did.
The heels did not need the win there.
They're fine.
Well, and again, if anything, Andrade and Penta or Ray, excuse me, needed probably more of the win. Mm-hmm. And again, those two as a fucking tag team, licensed to print money right now.
Well, yeah, and if they're gonna fucking have matches like this, let them do it.
Yeah. But that's the thing is that's your SmackDown division. Your SmackDown tag division is your work rate tag division. You've got them. You've got the Street Profits. You've got Motor City Machine Guns. Now, if you add in an Andrade and Ray Phoenix, like, holy shit, the matches we're going to have.
Right. Nobody. I don't know what the first comment was. Nobody is impervious to TK's shit booking, near and dear to my heart on that one. But Fed's Sean Benjamin MVP can protect him from getting into feuds with Orange Cassidy or whatever BS TK dreams up. I think that has been the one thing of like with Hurt Syndicate and such, having that control or the ability to push back and go, yeah, we don't want to do this or we don't want to do that, and kind of trying to keep it professional. The fans like them because they're legit. You believe them.
Right. Andre using Osprey Stormbreaker. No, it's more of the Death Rider meets Crossroads type of vibe. It's he doesn't like the roll of the dice and everything.
Yeah, he doesn't roll it up to the shoulders. It's like a double hook roll of the dice kind of. It kind of turns into that DDT neckbreaker kind of idea, but the Stormbreaker pulls him up to the shoulder. So different look, great finish, and Phoenix hitting the Muster Buster bomb. Right before that was excellent. Cena is
well. As we're back real quick, I'll ask you this: how do you feel about more toast? He might be on more menus than anything now. If he moved from Jobber Collision to taking on Hangman Adam Page, and all it took was the Monet effect.
Well, yeah, I think that is almost trying to stir the pot with me right now. But
do it.
Well, it's funny. Oh, as we go to Colbert,
bringing up signs about John Cena.
No, I mean, listen, and it's beyond the fact that he fought Hangman.
Sorry, he's bringing up of each sign. Let's go, Cena. Oh, Cena sucks. I now pronounce you full WWE fans. Yes. We have coronations and inaugurations and, maybe circumcisions going on with John Cena, blessing wrestling fans as being WWE fans. And you should bless all your wrestling friends as being Wrestling for Life fans.
Right. Yeah, Michael talking about the fact that there's 6 months left of John Cena, less than 6 months left of John Cena. And we are going to the yin and yang package, which will give me an opportunity to say, listen, I wasn't mad on Wednesday. I just laughed. I was delirious. I'm not even mad. You can have that. I ain't even mad at it because this man slid into the right fucking sheets. And apparently he found the right CEO to lock down to get a little bit of love from TK. Back to back, not just the Hangman main event. He was in the main event. He replaced Claudio Castagnoli the week before. with all the talent you have on your roster, and I saw Tony Khan while I was scrolling earlier. You know, he did an interview, and typical rhetoric from Tony of like, we have the best roster and da da da, and there's a higher bar now. Like if you're an ex-WWE person, you're not guaranteed to come here because your standard is so high that a guy with a bullhead is in your main event against your number one contender. Your standard is so high that we got guys like Danny Garcia humping air. Your standard is so high that we got women who show up and disappear, never to be seen again. Like, again, if you have this amazing roster, prove it, Tony. And
is their standard so high, or is it just that their standards are so low that to let anything kind of fly? It's like that now you have to limit WWE signees.
Well, the problem is by two things have happened. In a lot of cases, the WWE you sign a guy from WWE, they want to do shit proper, and you don't do shit proper, so they just end up going back to WWE. In addition to that, because Tony Khan thinks that Daniel Garcia is a better wrestler than Rey Fenix or Ricky Starks or Ethan Page. He thinks guys like fucking Wheeler Yuta should have more TV time than any of the names I just listed. It's this fallacy. It's another example of AEW talks big game, but never backs it up with action. Right? Yeah, Will Ospreay gives us our 5-star, Dave Meltzer wet panties matches, but who else? You can't just rest on 1 or 2 good matches out of 10 to 14 fucking pay-per-view matches. You can't do it. And if you have all this talent that it's like you can't sign a Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander is miles better than half the fucking people I saw on Wednesday, but our bar, we can't just sign everybody.
Well, he's going to be wrestling on Tuesday versus Mustafa Ali, which will just be 205 live.
Let's go.
But yeah, no, oh Christ, now I had a joke and I forgot what it was going to be. But yeah, now that we've got to set this whole precedent so high, it's so great, it's so amazing, so fantastic. We've got to have this caveat of if we sign ex-WWE talent, meanwhile, kind of know a fair amount, or especially going in that women's division.
Well, and what's going to happen now is you've had Mercedes Moné come in and systematically decimate your women's division. You tell me a big star in AEW's women division, Mercedes Moné, Toni Storm, then we die. We drop off. And I know people shat all over Blake Monroe, Mariah May for leaving and joining NXT and saying that there was times she felt dejected. She felt dejected. What an ungrateful woman. Like, I can't believe she's saying this. Yeah, she felt dejected because it doesn't matter how good she was going to do. She was going to get steamrolled by the fucking Mercedes Moné train because Tony Khan is absolutely infatuated with booking this woman at the highest of fucking levels. So you're watching good, solid talent leave your company. Deonna, contract up, gone. Taya, contract up, gone. Like, it's just going to be name after name after name that leave that women's division. Megan Bain comes in, did nothing with her. What are we doing? So again, you can talk big talk, but you do not back it up.
I've seen people tweet out, and well, beyond of even I like Small Mark saying, while the SmackDown I can remember and even mentioning about, seems like the talent might be working harder to and put an emphasis past that delay and everything. But I've never seen like certain people on Twitter put out and everything of AEW isn't a leapfrog, isn't a jumping point off, isn't, a step to who the fuck just won across the screen.
R-Truth? Yeah, it's Truth.
Yeah, Truth.
I've seen his hands.
Well, no, I don't. I almost feel like, is it bad that we're like, yeah, it's Truth versus holy shit, it's R-Truth. It's been over that time of like he took one kick to the dick and took 5 minutes to lose to John Cena last time.
Right. Well, I mean, he did get the W. He has a W over the champ.
I ain't letting it slide.
So he's demanding John right now.
I do really think that this is so interesting.
Oh, This is a moment. Alistair! Black Mask! And fans like Alistair, but they don't like that.
That's the thing is, like, I get it. It's going to be interesting to see how they can get fans to transfer that energy of Sean's not here anymore type of vibe.
It literally, it's almost just trying to redirect it. We need to get R-Truth. We need to get R-Truth away from the scene of the scenario.
We need a feng shui. Yeah.
You know, R-Truth's going to be mad at Black. Yeah, I mean, I saw it kind of coming, and I mean, he has a valid reason. R-Truth, so blinded by his rage, kept interrupting Alistair. Alistair says, "Not today."
Do you think though? I had mentioned it halfway before, and you kind of brought it up to where it could lead to a priest Malachi thing.
I think so. I think what happens here is we got the Street Profits, but yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility where Alistair, you know, should be the favorite going against R-Truth at this point, and it ties into Damien kind of being Truth's friend, and you set up Alistair and Damien to run for a bit.
Right. 4 years, Byron.
Street Profits are here, and Montez is a hell of a fucking promo.
He's such a... I love Dawkins, Montez Ford. If there was a guy to be a guy in this tag team, it is Montez.
Oh, for
Head,
sure.
shoulders, knees, and toes above. I still think it could be interesting. I think that they could lose the titles tonight.
They could, which I think... B-Fab.
She just got straight out of what's the fucking Michael Jackson movie that is all in space time and all of that?
Scream?
No, but anyways, she's out here learning like she's straight out of a roller disco or anything.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? No, that's a different thing.
Michael Jackson, not fucking Martin Short or what? No, not even that. Rick Moranis.
So B-Fab said things that are understood don't need explained, and if you need it, I have your back. So I guess they're setting up maybe B-Fab to protect the Street Profits from Nikki.
But I'll say one thing that might need some explaining for those out there. Make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. Hit the bell notification. We're just at 7.1K on the channel. Let's see if we can get to that 10K and all that. We got 77 people here with us live on middle of the afternoon on a Friday. So, absolutely. The movement and moving. So, be a friend, tell a friend.
Right. But, yeah, like, share, subscribe. The Street Profits coming the way out. I will put a poll up. And this one, I'm torn about because I think this happened too fast. And I'm not exactly sure how this goes.
Natalie Imbruglia? Did I say that name right?
Natalie Imbruglia.
Natalie Imbruglia of I am Arugula. But well, these are 4 people who have never probably tasted arugula. As now everyone has a non-flashback that's watching this right now live, has a non-flashback every time we go to. We'll be right back.
Right.
But Wyatt's versus Street Profits, I would hope and like and expect the Street Profits to retain. I think they've needed to be kind of tag champs and run with it for a while. But I don't dislike the idea of the Wyatt Six as tag champs, and you might kind of bring them back into a bit of reality and bring them back into something.
Okay. It's so funny how, I mean, you and I have done this so long and so many minutes together where we do the double turn as we go of like, I don't know if they should give them the belt. And then you're like, yeah, why not? And we're so
well, and this point of if you're going to do it, you've been a minute. So, I mean, if you're going to do it, fucking do it. Like, again, yeah, we'll double turn.
You got a valid argument.
Yeah.
But
it's just, well, you've also on one hand been one of those of let the belts kind of play hot potato for a little bit. I do really like that the Street Profits now have it and have a reign. And SmackDown's tag division has been the best tag division out of probably any major company right now. Honestly. But
it's even better than NXT's, to be honest, right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, they took fucking Frazier and Fraxium. They took Knotman and Robin. They took the best from there.
Right.
But I like if they play hot potato. And what else do you do with the Wyatts if they lose this? Like, what else do they do?
I don't know, and I don't know if them winning is enough to kind of like spark them and make people go, "Oh shit!" I don't know if them winning or losing helps. Like I'm torn, man. The other thing I'll throw at you, I got to run to the little boys' room, but they are coming up with a plan for the women's tag titles.
So the plan is what great can put them in. That's the plan. Is what fucking we're gonna edge in the fucking headstone here. I could still, like I said, see if they're gonna do Raquel and Roxanne with it, but again, it's always been constant stop-start with it. So just fucking end it. Take all the time that you were struggling to use towards the women's tag belts and put it towards the women's mid-card division. Do something like that. But yeah, I think it's more of we're picking out head plots, gravestones, than anything like that. As Frankie, I wanted to click on this because this is a super interesting question. The Flock versus the Wyatts. Oh, now this is where it gets interesting to me because I'm a big fan of both factions. I'm a huge Raven fan. Fun fact, I'm one of my roommates in college as we're going to Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes on What Do You Want to Talk About? But one of my roommates in college was actually Raven's nephew. But yeah, if we're talking like Wyatts with Bray, has to be the Wyatt family. If we're talking Wyatt 6 now, honestly might go with the Flock. I mean, you had Billy Kidman. Yeah, I mean, well, it wasn't the Flock. What was it? Clockwork Orange was the type of match they had. What was the goddamn name that they had for when it was CM Punk with Raven in TNA? But yeah. Cherokee, not a Wyatt's fan. And again, is it Wyatt 6 or is it Bray Wyatt? As say, Priest and Malachi now getting eye to eye, toe to toe. I told you so. This is, to me, this is a bigger thing for Malachi to be involved in. And again, remember, he's allegedly getting a push. And some people are mad that he's getting a push, even though he's only been here for a minute, even though he worked here very recently. Oh, so Priest saying, why don't you have a moment face to face with him? Yo, I really like the idea. And again, Malachi Black involved with Damon Priest, a former world champion, as Carmelo pops up out here. But we're getting really interested with this mid-card, upper mid-card scene. And again, I like that Priest is a guy who's there, who can slide into a top, but can slide into a top position, but can also be a guy that helps elevate people because he's a former world champ. Damien and Alistair, yes. That Dusty statue really sure as it moved. The gathering, not a White 6 fan. Black is being so dissed lately. I don't think so at all. I mean, we literally just had it to where he's out there with Damian Priest, the former world champion. As I got the Wyatt 6, I got Mercy the Buzzard and Huskus the Pig. I got Joe Gacy and Samuel Shaw, Dexter Loomis coming out. It is still so interesting now to see. Normally, when the Wyatt 6 entrance happened or anything like this, it was at the end of a show, in the middle of a thing of they're going to just show up unannounced, surprise to wreck shop. but now that they're actually scheduled for a match, it's very interesting to me. It's a very different feel. Might be why, and maybe I think that they win of you get them involved in a bit of things. You have them a bit of continuity versus the stop-start shit that they've been on. But yeah, so they're coming out all in full attire. So it's the full Wyatt 6. But they're all still walking straight to the ring. So is this just you got to face two members out of the Wyatt 6, or do we have an acknowledgement of, who's facing who? Scarlett, Aleister Black versus Uncle Howdy. That would be a very interesting match. Trey, Wrestling God, it's not because of that. It's because they've just been stale. I don't know what Wrestling God said. The reason why people don't like the Wyatt 6 is because the booking and the creative team have been drinking too much Terramana tequila. I don't know about that. Yeah, no. I very much Clockwork Orange, House of Fun. Well, that was the match that they had. I'm talking about the faction with CM Punk. And yeah, fucking Christ, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's CM Punk and Raven and all that. I know it's the Clockwork Orange match that they had, but the faction they were together in. But, I mean, again, we talked about the Wyatt 6, the Flock, the this, the that. We've got Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis taking on the Street Profits for the tag team titles. So, folks, let me know who you're taking for this match. Whether you're taking the Wyatts or you're taking the Profits. I like Dexter Lumis. It's Dexter Lumis, not some freakazoid. Well, he's Mercy the Buzzin'. Got that one. Ravens Flock. Yes, no, that was the WCW name. Oh, again, someone will let me know. Where's Anthony to let me know? I literally put the name of the group in the chat. The Gathering. Was it that? That sounds like some JCW, some Juggalo Championship Wrestling thing. Maybe. I'll take your word for it, MDB, but I don't know. Maybe KJ will come back from the great beyond. But I got Casey right now with a backdrop onto forward for a 2 count. Again, The Gathering. So it was The Gathering. I swear to fucking God, it was something different. But anyways, as I got Motor City Machine Guns and Fraxium coming out here. So's Los Lagarzas. So's DIY. So you're having everybody come out here to make sure that there's no foul play, no interference? Or does one of them get involved, cost somebody something, as Gacy with a fucking clothesline to Ford here? Come on, man. I'm a CM Punk bar. Fair enough. Well, you are Chicago made, my guy, instead of a chick magnet. But yeah, I could have sworn it was something different. Anyways, I digress. My memory, I might be stuck in the Bernstein Bears timeline instead of the Bernstein Bears. McAvoy or Stewart, these timelines are confusing. So, fair enough. I'll give it to that. But yeah, The Gatherings very much definitely sounds like some Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Which, Violent J or Shaggy, if you're listening, we'll watch it. Come on the channel. Do it. The only way to defeat the Spookies is with friendship. Release the good. Am I getting little Nicky out here? Popeye's chicken is the shit. I am both. Thank you very much. There you go. As I got both members of the Wyatts Irish whip, back elbow drop into Ford, hip toss, Gacy, 1, 2 count. Wrestling on. Hey, Big Nick, I'm heading over to Saudi Arabia to find the Cave of Wonders in order to get my hands on that genie lamp. Well, why not? Yeah. The diamond in the rough. I read some teaser that they're saying Roman's back at SummerSlam with Hikuleo, and then Jacob joins. There's nothing saying that we don't see Hikuleo tomorrow night. There's nothing saying even potentially that we don't see Roman Reigns tomorrow night. Could be very interesting. The rumor is get in the flask. Yes, get in the flask. The rumor is very much that he'll be back around SummerSlam time, if not at SummerSlam, which is very fitting because that's when the debut of heel Roman the first time was, when he showed up at SummerSlam and took out Braun and Bray. So very apropos, but nothing saying it might be before us. I've still got the Wyatts right now in control of the Street Profits here. Yes, get in the flask, get in the flask. Nikki Cross being a former world champion still baffles me. Yeah, fair enough. Speaking of former world champions or current world champions, at least current Canadian world champions.
Right.
There's a Canadian US champion out there like Lance Storm.
Is that bi-coastal?
Yeah, you're the cross international bi-coastal world champion of all time. And space-time continuum.
Yeah, as we are 20 seconds away from returning to, well, coming out of this commercial, quote unquote. The Wyatts are in charge. Yeah. I love the fact that all the tag teams are out here. They're really trying to make this tag team division matter. And we're seeing that.
Paul, I don't know why I was skipping your comments. Maybe because it wasn't a super chat, so I didn't jump to the front of the line out here because the chat be hot and heavy. Serotonin. That's what I was thinking of when y'all out there saying the gathering and everything. Serotonin.
Right. Well, Paul, nothing but love, buddy.
But so you still taking profits? I can't even remember who you picked for this match.
Oh man. Yeah, I'll take the profits. I just feel like the Wyatts haven't done enough.
I think it's the thing that it's the anchor to cement them into reality. Of instead of the Fantastic, because it felt weird to me of even seeing them come out for this match, because normally it's anytime you see the Wyatts, it's the middle of a segment in the middle of a show, or it's the end of the show. Lights go out unexpectedly, catching flies. Not we're regularly scheduled of Howdy's just happens to be at ringside. I'm waiting for Howdy to be on commentary at ringside for one of these matches.
Oh, Gacy's big headbutt.
I think this is the first time this has happened. Dude with the black hat looks like Kevin Owens.
Congrats.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's normally the other way around.
Right, because you're my brother.
we're the Pokemon evolution of Kevin Owens. He's in between. You're the Charizard. I'm the fucking Charmander. Right. He's the Charmeleon.
As Dexter goes into Los Garza, DIY yanking at Dawkins. Almost getting a DQ. Oh, there's the DQ thrown out.
Some bitch.
Nobody should have been an option in the poll.
So we're going to get like a multi-person ladder match. I don't want a fucking tournament. Don't give me a goddamn tournament. Give me just a multi-person ladder match.
No. And look, the Wyatt. Oh, there you go. Howdy takes his time and says, go get him.
Right.
Big pick by Rowan. We got to get Rowan in some matches, man. The dude's a fucking beast.
He's the third Viking Raider.
Right? Like the Redbeard is fucking on fire right now, rocking that very fashionable gray shirt.
Eric Redbeard sounds very much like he should be with the Raiders, right? As all the super kicks.
All the
super kicks.
Uh-oh. There goes Frazier. So big caught. Oh, no, as he's trying to wrangle this little guy. Oh, basement drop kicks.
Right.
So the number, oh, wait, Howdy's back. Sister Abigail set up. Let's go.
Hits
big
it.
Paw for Howdy. Oh,
but
shit.
Yeah, so Oh, 4. Oh.
Oh, this is fun.
But so
Dawkins
very
up and
clearly
over.
the Wyatt Six are now just involved in the tag division.
Yes, for now. Like with that part of their faction, yes.
Yo!
Montez
takes everybody out. He hit a strike in bowling, folks.
Done well. Again, now your tag champs look legit. And maybe Howdy says, all right, we sent in Dexter and Joe. Now it's going to be me and Redbeard that are coming to get you.
I still just think it's really interesting. And I guess it's at least they found a fucking anchor to put the cast ashore with the Wyatt Six and everything of have them involved in the tag division. Now this tag division is robust.
Hey, buddy, are you going to wear your white shirt to the wrestling show? Yeah, I'm going to wear my white shirt. What's the other guys wearing? Think they're going to wear their white shirts. All right, well, we're white shirts.
White shirt club. Why? Oh, Scarlett correcting herself. I mean the one with the blue hat, not the black hat. Just for half a second, I thought I might have been cool, like KJ and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, he's my Canadian veteran. What can I say?
He's the French Canadian you, or you're the what is it, Anglo-Saxon?
Yeah, fair enough. I'll take it.
Version of him.
I've been called worse as we get a replay of Mateo taking out Jimmy.
I just said English in a fancy way.
I know.
I want Kevin Owens on commentary. He'd be great. Yeah, but I want Kevin to not be there because he can't. Like, I want him to still be able to go to the ring of. I guess he's coming up soon, going on another knife.
Yeah, I guess again, concerns, and anytime we talk about neck fusion surgery, it's uneasy times for the athlete. We know some that have pulled it off. We know others that haven't. So thoughts and prayers to KO for obvious reasons, not just the physical likeness, but the actual talent that KO brings and the entertainment KO brings. I think if he's able to get healthy and come back, 8 months from now, 10 months from now, I think he's going to get a huge reaction from the fan base.
Right? Am I good? Because I had a buffer on my end for half a second. What?
I didn't need your help.
I always need your help. But yeah, and I think, especially with Kevin Owens, we've obviously got with Jacob Fatu here. Kevin's one of those guys that just any way you shape it is just an authentic, genuine guy.
Yeah.
In pro wrestling, and that's few and far between. It's literally our fucking motto. So
yeah.
Let's keep it 100. Yeah, I mean.
All right. Maybe Jimmy goes after the U.S. title.
Maybe they're paired. Well, I think they're going to be paired up.
Let's strap in and strap on. Last woman standing match, folks.
Oh, I'm going to try and do a thing as quickly as I can do a thing because I wasn't expecting this here.
Go ahead,
because that brings into the question of now with the delay, are we still getting a full 3-hour show or are we just they're hitting their 3 hours regardless?
Yeah, I think we just got blanked out and they kept the show rolling. Apparently because based on what's been announced in the time, 30 minutes or so once you get entrances and commercials. The women are going to get time to work. So hopefully it's a fun match, but this should be interesting.
Right. But I will be right back. But I also think this could be very interesting of Tiffany. I think the strongest case is Tiffany does not leave here champion tonight, whether Nia wins or maybe we get a Naomi cash-in.
Yeah, we could get a Naomi cash-in. If any time there was a time for a Money in the Bank cash-in, it is at the end of a last person standing match. So Tiffy will take on Nia Jax coming up, and it will be last woman standing for the title. And Naomi, who's on my screen right now, is a presence, is a factor. We have to watch this very carefully, and we'll see how it plays out. But I'm very curious with this one. How will it impact moving forward? and how will it impact? I mean, if Naomi wins tonight, Jade wins tomorrow, we're setting up a very interesting matchup for SummerSlam. So something to consider when we get into this one. The poll is slightly different. Who leaves with the women's title? As Tiffy, Nia, and Naomi are options. So let me know who will leave with the title. Not necessarily who will win the match. I'm just glad Rowan stopped wearing the onesies and that gave him the it's a big man wedgie. Rowan Jacob shirt, 2 monsters. Yeah, I don't get it. What don't you get? I hate that people say Eric Rowan was a jobber. He might have been a job guy, but come on now. He was good and a good big guy. Imagine throwing down guys like Drew and Damian Priest or Black. Yeah, I don't think he was a jobber in my head, like tag team champion. I know the Bludgeon Brothers were a terrible plan and didn't go well. But, I mean, a big part of Wyatt Six and their success, I believe he had the IC title. I could be wrong about that, but I know he competed for it. Had really good matches. Him and Brody had really good rivalry against each other. So yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of Rowan. I think he's a big body that can do a lot of damage. Job Squad was ECW. Yeah, they were. JOB. But it's Tiffy time. You think if Kevin Owens will return after 9 years like Edge, we'll have a big pop like Edge did? Yeah, I mean, I hope it's not 9 years, Scarlett. I hope it's less than 9 years. But I think whenever Kevin Owens returns to action, he will get a huge reaction. Lawo is almost not even talked about anymore. Ray's hurt. Vega is off doing her own thing. We barely see Dragon Lee or Cruz or who's the other guy? Who am I missing? Joaquin. We barely see them. And yeah, Lawo doesn't feel like Lawo of old. Joking. Let's keep 100. Yeah, I got you. I'm back. What I missed? I don't know when you left, so I can't tell you what you missed, but we are setting up the main event tonight, folks. I will take a second as we head into what I believe is the main event. Join the WFU. Go get your WFU swag. Use hashtag WFU. We are the Wrestling Fans United. We are not the IWC. We have no time or interest in the IWC. We're happy to be the counter product to the IWC. We are the WFU. Be a part of it and join this channel. Join on social media where you're allowed to have an opinion without being hated for it. Don't forget, Sunday, we are here live, very special live stream as we wrestle with mental health. We dive into men's mental health and open discussion, and looking forward to this one. It's a very special stream. Be a friend, tell a friend, male, female, wrestling fan, non-wrestling fan, doesn't matter. Have them here on Sunday. We're going to dive into a whole lot of issues. We're going to open up a little. We're going to be a little bit vulnerable and talk about it. So looking forward to this one. And, of course, tomorrow, 12:30. For some of y'all out there, you're going to have to set an alarm. 12:30 Eastern time. If you're on the West Coast, it's 10 a.m., 10:30, whatever. Be there. It's going to be a hell of a show. Our Saturday streams always cook. Brunch with the Boys is back as we get another daytime stream very similar to today. And, again, we hope that Night of Champions delivers. 6 matches, was supposed to be 7, but lots of intrigue, if nothing else, as far as where this heads into SummerSlam, which we will also be live for back-to-back nights, August 2nd and August 3rd. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. That match sucked. That match was all right, but the bigger than the match is I like what they're doing. For all the people that have complained about tag team wrestling, and I'm one of them, I'm actually very happy. I thought the actual post-match breakdown and everybody kind of running around, I thought it was fun. I thought it was good. John Cena leaving with that title. Scarlett, I put that out there. Is that something that could happen? Could he actually pull it off? That's why Cody can't win at SummerSlam. If it's Cody, if it's Randy, it doesn't matter. Speaking,
is it Cody? Is it Randy? It's Big Nick.
There you go.
Isn't it played?
What's up,
yeah,
Brayden?
Underway with Tiffany.
Oh shit, that was rude.
And just so subtle. Those 1,000-pound ring steps. She just picked it up
Here we go.
graciously and just
They are solid aluminum.
Aluminium.
Wild had a nasty king. Yeah, he did. He had the old head bump.
Right.
We shirt people. I like that a lot.
That'll be the next thing. If we're gonna have that be out there on the merch store. We got some other things in the works. I'm still waiting. I'm trying to convince this man twist his arm to do a KJ duct tape shirt like KO.
There was one once upon a time when him and Sammy were together doing one of each. One BN, one KJ.
I am the big best.
Right. But we're at a 5 count. Tiffy back up, only to get knocked down again. Nia not having any of it.
How do you feel about these women wrestling in the Power Rangers, superhero attire? I am Tiffany Stratton, and I am here to save you.
Well, we're getting some glitches.
I see. That's the thing. It's the fucking Wyatts. I don't know if it's the Wyatts or it's an actual thing.
Right. It's Nikki Cross.
Fucking some bitch.
If Naomi cashes in and didn't win the title, I would highly advise against it. If Seth wants to try and cash in and someone screws Seth, fine. But if Naomi does not successfully cash in, it is not a good choice for the WWE. It's not a good booking decision.
But you need someone like a CM Punk, a Roman Reigns, what have you, to cost even Seth. You can't. I think the only people that could cost Naomi right now is, what the fuck did she just throw at her? A banana? Slipped out a banana peel. But I think that the only people that could cost Nia or Naomi cash in here would be like a Jade or a Bianca.
Right. Lobo there on Raw, some them on NXT and Evolve. Yeah, fair enough. KO eats pudding. Good choice. Pudding's good.
He's Carl from The Walking Dead just sitting
right
in windows so he can chocolate pudding.
Right. Hashtag BTWB.
Kendo sticks are breaking aplenty out here.
I have a day, everyone. I'm heading to work. Well, we'll keep you company, Timmy.
Right.
Nick hates. I think he meant hates.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed what you clicked on. Nick hates stairs. The stairs is what? Yes. Hate list number 1001. Stairs. Right. Do we get a cash in tonight? Perhaps. Where was it? Bernard, what up with the MF2 avatar? Cody can't lose. That will bury the guy. I don't know if it'll bury him. He would have to turn heel right after the match to save his career. Cody winning is best for business. If Cody loses to me, I would want Randy versus Gunther. I don't want Randy to go back at Cena because it's just for a title opportunity. It didn't specify which champion.
I thought it was specific to the shows that they're technically on.
We don't know what fucking shows
they are. There's a technical anchor point, right? So Randy would go after. I mean, if they want to mix it up and Randy goes after Gunther, fine. But then Randy kind of has to get that dub.
Well, I don't think that's likely, but yes, I've got Tiffany pinning in the crowd here.
Right.
How do you feel that your girl Trish Stratus is on delay-ish? She was supposed to be there last week, but she's still in the plans for Evolution.
Well, that's why we don't listen to the dirt sheets, because they make shit up.
Crossbody.
Right. Some people might think she's on delay. Other people would tell you, well, she was never scheduled to be here for that show or this show. I mean, it'd be crazy that they sent her all the way over from Saudi. Nice. And
Quantum bomb. Well, when she was in Michigan, it's a quick jaunt from Toronto. So
right. Is this the main event? Yes, it is. Then we're gonna run back the opening segment at the end of the show.
Just get the deleted.
Cody, come back out. Say the
Cody,
same
come
shit
back.
again.
You can blame it all on me.
Right.
So we're gonna get after the fucking when they start to pull up the producer credits, he's gonna cut. Yeah. It's gonna play that, and then it'll tease it like it's a fucking Marvel movie. Oh,
exposed turnbuckle, Tiffy down.
No.
What do you mean how?
No, I said yo. I said Tiffany I was popping because Tiffany folded. Literally, the knees bent like a fucking Andy's coming, fucking kind of fold.
Right.
I really do. I honestly don't think. To me, Tiffany's like her retaining coming out of this is the least likely outcome. I love me some Tiffany. I don't think that she's been great as a champion. I think she's been more of an afterthought. She's an after dinner mint as a champion.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue that maybe her booking hasn't been as strong as a champion as you'd expect. I'm curious because we saw it like the crowd wasn't really getting into Vega as a U.S. champion. Julia is your champion. By the way, if you just tuned in, you have a new U.S. champion. Sorry about that.
Yeah. If you're watching this on the USA edit of we might be either ahead or behind you, you have a new U.S. champion.
Right.
I really want out because I can watch the US feed. Want to see how much they fucking edit out of that. This is why we're live, folks, and unfiltered, and we do what we do because other people can't do what we do.
Listen, I'm blaming you. We've never had a problem on a stream like this.
Of course,
you finally get here for an afternoon show, and
I mean, is it only fitting that the American fucks up some shit in the Middle East? I think that tends to be more apropos of a situation. As Nia Jax, salute! Yo! Through the table, just salutes and just falls. Plank fall, trust fall.
And the crowd's loud.
Nia's still over though. Like that's the thing is for everyone that wants to think that Nia's she's just a botch machine, all that. She's over like fucking Rover.
She's a great heel and she plays her job. She does her job well. I know she's had some blips, but again, we can't keep being mad about things that happened in 2020 and 2018 and
2019. We don't need to apologize for things. Well, no, that's so funny. It's just really trunk fall.
Yeah, there was no jump. She was just like, "Olay!"
Right, but then you still had it was Rhea with Chris Van Fleet earlier today. For scientific purposes, we tested out, Rhea giving a stink face to Nia Jax for scientific reasons.
Right. That's interesting. Double turn. Then Cody becomes the corporate champ, and Cena gets his redemption. The only hesitation I have with any of that. Like I said, the only thing that, and we talked about it on the previous show, Nick, because they have this countdown going on, the countdown ending at 14 or 10 or 9 doesn't make, like, it kind of takes away the excitement of, will he leave with the belt? So you got to break that down to the wire.
Well, yeah. Well, I think that adds to the excitement. Is it just me or did their audio go away?
It's an audio. So, and when they go to commercial,
I'm in commercial. Goddamn,
there's an audio blink when they go to commercial, just for their purposes.
I'm getting used to this Canadian feed.
Right.
I'm getting used to this fresh tap maple syrup.
Right. So for those who can't see it, real quick, Nick, Nia is working out. Tiffy. Oh, come on.
That's not even a bunch.
I can't defend you when you do shit like that.
For those who can't see, Nia Jax just literally just tap it in, give it a little taparoo to Tiffany Stratton with the kendo stick here.
If you're gonna book a match like this and you're going to decide to use kendo sticks, fucking use them. Don't try and take it off. Use it.
I don't care if it's a commercial or not or anything because they'll fucking use the clip. Oh, we got the little static. Didn't they just do everything LED so they could just do that a lot easier?
Right.
If we can just put it in, even if it ain't there.
That's better. Tiffy with a big swing. Now, I will say, Nia had a few good swings before that one, so I know people are going to highlight that one like her whole match sucked. Oh!
Production case.
As Nia goes rolling. Rolling.
Nick is never going back to Mrs. Butterworth. He's had that good maple syrup.
That good Canadian syrup.
I'll put it this way, of stepmother-in-law, what have you, or of the mother of some of my siblings, had a family that did maple syrup tapping and everything like that. So I've had like the OG straight off the tap maple syrup. Yeah, I know. I pivoted all the way around and got all the way around about a donkey here, but yeah.
No, it's just what I want to say in response, but let's
do it.
But speaking of tapping, Tiffy's setting up some tables, and here comes Nia.
Oh, but this is again going to follow the laws of wrestling of they who sets it up must go through it.
Right. Yeah, I agree with MDB on this one. Exactly. If you're going to use it, use it. You can't shy away from it. You can't half-ass use it. I mean, a kendo stick is essentially a handful of sticks taped together so they make a clap sound. You'll survive. Use the weapon. I think Nia's a little nervous because every time she accidentally breaks somebody and people get mad at her.
Well, yeah, I think it's more of that of I don't know my own strength, but she sits there and cuts a dope little segment to where she's looking straight down the camera and everything.
Yeah.
You're drinking tree juice, Nick? Absolutely. I'm popping that fucking sucker up like a Capri Sun.
Who did you say was out there tapping the maple?
My sibling's mother.
Oh, okay.
Yes, my not some other stepmother. Yeah.
We're back out of commercial. Nia up top. Bonsai.
Do you have to do a shot every time you read off?
Yeah,
you say bonsai. You got to do a bonsai, mom.
Right.
You better get a second one ready. Bonsai on a steel chair.
Tiffy might be out. Now remember,
I told you I was not confident on her going into this match.
Right. This is a last woman standing match. So if Tiffy cannot answer the 10 count, she is no longer the champion. I think this is one of those spots where she should roll to the floor.
One of those roll to the floor just so you stay on your feet?
Yeah.
She's climbing the ropes. She's climbing the ropes.
No, that's better.
Not really. No. Now should that count? Because she never fully reached her feet. And you still swept her out. So do you have to start back at 1 or do you go from 9?
She essentially broke the count. What's your thoughts on Ron Killings versus Aleister Black? I think it's good. I think this is very strong. Ron's hot right now. Black needs something to kind of get into the fans' face. This is good, and it's setting up Black and Damien, which I think is great.
You have to have something for you wanted Ron back. He's not going to only be back for John Cena. So we need to have other things that Ron can do besides John Cena.
Right.
Nia going to Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope. Roll through power to the table.
Holy shit. That was gigantic. Let's go.
Pun intended.
All of it.
Geekbox, everyone's second favorite box. Yo, Wrestling for Life boys, how's it going? Listening to you as I drive. Well, I think this is one of the few times you've been able to actually catch us live,
right?
And not just doing the reactions after the fact,
right? Don't get too distracted on the roads there. Don't let us distract you, sir. But thank you for joining us as always.
Yes, British Nick, drive safely. We've had British Nick, Canadian Nick, Little Nick. Now we've got Big Nick. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute!
Yo!
Naomi.
Running down, but why here? No one's won the fucking match. Wait until someone takes them out.
Well, I mean, it's pretty close.
You're going to introduce herself? It's going to be a triple threat now?
Kick to the stomach.
Oh, she can't cash in.
No. Yeah, she did
Briefcase
that
to the head.
confusing. Me and the ref.
Tiffany, briefcase to the cranium.
Oh.
Prettiest moonsault ever setting up.
And it's it. Both women down. Nia down. Naomi down. Tiffy down.
Oh, but does this keep Naomi down or does this keep Nia down? 2, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
Nia's up. Nia's up.
Back elbow. I hate they got to stop doing that. The wrestler and the referee play tug of war with the case like he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Oh!
Again, we said, I've said of he who sets it up, he or she who sets it up must go through it. Oh no, fuck, Nia's going through it.
I think
back elbow. Let's just the backdrop through it.
Oh, Money in the Bank. Irony.
Nia
goes through 2 tables. That's the first 2-table spot that has gone well in a hot minute for any company.
Especially with women's wrestlers, I will say that.
They have a bad habit of hitting one and not the other. So, but where's Naomi? Where's Naomi? Nia's out. Nia's out. 10. And still.
Emotional cry from Tiffany Stratton.
Hey, listen, the women main eventing a SmackDown in Saudi Arabia, yet still 10 minutes on the clock. So I'm a little confused.
Well, 10 minutes depending on the pause.
10 or 35. I don't know.
Right, we don't know. But again, also, have the pause of this is, the main event. I think it's really saying something for the women main event this show in Saudi. Yeah. And it's that moment again, like you said, where's Naomi? She's still viable. She's still an option. Just because she doesn't have the briefcase doesn't mean she can't cash in.
Right. Not sure what Polo was trying to say. What's up, Polo? Equals
hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I like this. United Nictations.
Nictions.
Oh no! I am not a crook. We don't need still Watergate instead of Watergate.
Okay.
I'm really surprised Tiffany comes out of this as champion. Like, even if it wasn't a cash in, I'm surprised she walks out of here clear as day, clean as day champion.
I'm so dumb. Sorry, my bad, folks. Bad YouTuber here.
John Cena.
We forgot about John Cena.
Well, they would have led you to believe that we weren't getting no John Cena.
Right. A friendly reminder. Michael Cole is reminding the audience out there, if you can hear my voice right now, we are here at 5:45 p.m. on Monday. Raw will start at 6 p.m. They're doing a double taping as the wrestlers now get July 4th off. Good for them. That's nice from the hateful, monster that is Triple H. So yeah, we will be here at 5:45. Again, click that little bell because you never know when we're going to pop up with something surprising. Monday, live early, and shall be a fun show, 5:45. Be there for it.
Right. As I see Jose and MDB consoling each other over me botching, I guess, somebody's joke. What is new?
23 years of Cena, yeah.
Polo answering you. Typo, my phone has on my laptop, my bad. No Y6 cryptic messages.
There you go. Talking in code, bro.
Darkness and President May. I still think this is going to be one of the better matches on Night of Champions. Is the street fight between Mia and Raquel.
Yeah, why not? And it might have some implications. Again, both managers. We had another segment tonight saying that they're coming up with a plan for the women's tag titles. Much to maybe your chagrin, they are not.
What is the plan? What is the plan? To bury them 6 feet deep?
They both just said they're coming up with one, and it will not be buried. It will not go away. They are probably going to do a women's tag team tournament.
I think they're just deciding who pays for the grave plot and who pays for the headstone.
Yeah, I don't think so. But we are running through the Night of Champions cards. So, I guess it's a good time to explain to everybody. We will be here tomorrow at 12:30 noon, not a.m., noon, just like 30 minutes after noon. We will be here for Brunch with the Boys, and we will be here. But up next, CM Punk, John Cena, face-to-face.
Well, this is what we've kind of waited for. We didn't get a CM Punk answer to the pipe bomb on Monday Night Raw. It's going to be really interesting to me to see what CM Punk has to say. So see how this goes down, of where he's out there having to apologize. Yeah. You will apologize to fans and everything.
Right. Punk said on the kickoff show earlier today, what happens tonight will be very unexpected. I don't know what that means. We'll find out.
He's going to kick him in the balls instead of John Cena kicks him in the balls.
Right. Does it make fans mad that CM Punk apologized to Saudi Arabia but never apologized to Tony Khan?
I fucking shit. That's so good that you brought that up. I mean, is it more of he knew they deserved an apology more than DK? He did more wrong to them than the other way.
Yeah, and like we see this whole CM Punk, like CM Punk pushed a little kid. Now nobody knows what the rule, like the parameters were.
A security guard. If you watch it, it was a security guard.
Maybe it was a security guard. Either way, like I mean, we act like this is what I hate, and I'm stealing this from Chris Rock, but that selective outrage, right? Like MJF smacks a cup out of a kid's hand. Not part of the story, not pre-planned. Kid's holding a drink, smacks it out. The mom gets mad. The fans get mad at the mom for being mad. All right. CM Punk may or may not have pushed a little kid that might not have been there where like should not have been there yet. And we're not ready for the pictures yet. And the fans lose their mind. Again, be careful when you're throwing stones because you got to be consistent in your argument, right? Like kids have germs and Punk's been very clear. He does not like working with fucking children. So tough break.
Well, yes, it does get selective, but also at the same time, I think it was C Money who mentioned it before. When you're the one that's pontificating and prolificating about, this and that and the third, you're going to get your feet held a little bit more to the fire when you go very clearly against what you advocated for.
Yeah, but did he advocate? Like, I mean, are we hanging our hat?
I mean, he had to apologize to a guy in the front row.
What was he advocating for?
I don't want to read back what exactly he said, but when you can so-and-so on a blood-soaked so-and-so.
Yeah, but I don't think that's... Yeah, but that's not advocating for like an it was literally a pot shot. Like it was an insult. Like, I know he said before of like, again, things change and I don't give a fuck. There's a lot of people out there. All he cares about is money. I'm telling you right now, if anybody in this chat, anybody on the planet, they ever hears my voice, if you show up with a bag full of money, I'm going to Saudi. Woo! We're live streaming from Riyadh. That's how this works. And I'm sorry. I mean, it's just spiteful, hateful people that act like they would do different if they weren't in that place.
Well, Polo saying, isn't it different though? Being in another country, they don't operate the same way we do out here. Plus, we don't know who that kid was.
No, kid could have been a little bomb. Now I'm getting myself in trouble. But ultimately,
I was gonna piggyback on that. No, my brain was like, no.
But I mean, ultimately, the guy said sorry. I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, am I gonna fucking hate the whole show? Like, again, this desire to turn everything into like a putrid fucking reason to hate wrestling.
It's a lot of exhausting. It's a lot of virtue signaling. It's a lot of how can I make a thing to be a thing? How can I be offended on someone's behalf?
Yeah, that's what fucked up. Why is CM Punk?
It was Hasbula. Sorry, Jose said it was Hasbula.
Right? Like, why is Punk in as Cena is coming out? The crowd goes bananas. I want the little meter. Where is the fucking
Yo, John Cena is a babyface as I've ever seen right now with all this.
Loud. But I mean, fuck, what was it? I was gonna say that the reason why Punk is in Saudi is they invited him. Like we know the organizers of this event have a very much say of people they would like to see. So if they forgave him, why aren't our, American, North American, mostly white, fucking uppity fucking people that can't get over it? I don't get it.
No, I think it's more of the fact that he accepted it after saying this, that, and the third about it.
You never told someone to go fuck themselves and then made up with them. You never told someone like I fucking hate what you do, and then 6 years later, 5 years later, like my bad, bro. Things change.
I think the biggest thing with him is that he acknowledged it and accepted it. Of like you even said earlier, what kind of halfway sparked this argument of he apologized to Saudi Arabia before he apologized to Matt and Nick Jackson.
Right.
Are they chanting John Cena sucks, or are they chanting John Cena rocks?
As he points to the announcer going for the love.
The greatest of all time.
For the women's titles, I just feel they're going to rehash the Naomi, Jade, Bianca. Roxanne takes over the place of Liv. Raquel learns to like her, and when Liv comes back, yeah, that sounds about accurate. Not that complicated, but definitely. I hope they keep Naomi, Jade, and Bianca away from it, though.
I'm surprised that we got what we got with Naomi tonight and how we got what we got played out, because I thought if it played out a bit differently, you could have very much integrated Jade, Bianca, Naomi into all of that. I think the biggest thing that's holding that story back at the point right now is because Bianca's not fully medically cleared. I think the second she's fully cleared, that's going to just take over.
Yeah. I
am a winner. CM Punk. And did they really like super cut the lights out for all of this? Night of Champions is now a formality. You know nothing about me. Oh, really, John?
Oh, I thought this. I was going to say this. Does he come out? Now I'm more Cena than you. I should have said this 5 minutes ago. I said it's unexpected. He's going to come out like Cena.
I just love Punk Life.
23 years ago today, John Cena made his debut against Kurt Angle. So I think it's today or yesterday, whatever. But let's fucking go.
Yo! And he's coming out with the Chicago jersey.
Fucking go.
The big goldie chain, the dookie rope, and the backwards hat. Punk Life. Yo! This is so good. It's punkin' time.
Right. Of course, somebody said the guy he apologized to was a plant, but he apologized to everybody, including the country. So if that was a plant to set up the convo, but that guy was there for the whole fucking show with friends, the high five and other people. So regardless, you got the apology.
Right, cool. If it was a plant, you still had him apologize to it. Like you didn't need to plant somebody for him to not apologize.
This is so good. Punk 13, rocking a Cubs jersey.
I'm a Yankees fan, but I almost need this right now. And a Bulls hat, a backwards Bulls hat. Yo, we wondered what was going to be Punk's response because Cena took the pipe bomb from him. So now what's Punk going to do? I'm going to take word life from you.
He's going to say, yo, it's a promo, son. You're going to have to learn to do one. Like,
right? If you want to be the big dog, if you want to be the last real champ, you're going to have to learn how to cut one.
I'm so mad I didn't say this earlier, but the conversation took us away from it. But that's crazy. That's exactly what I think he should have done. As if anybody's keeping track at home, we are in an overrun.
John Cena is literally like, what the fuck am I looking at? Because again, you would have never. How fitting is how fucking different timeline is this? Oh, we've got CM Punk in Saudi Arabia dressed as John Cena with Word Live. What fucking timeline did we cross into?
This is basic punkonomics.
Yo. Don't adjust your television set. Your eyes are working just fine.
Bro.
No, I'm spitting Word Live. As the battle rap fan, I fucking love this.
Punk out here cutting a fucking set of bars for John Cena.
Better than Wayne's last album is CM Punk out here dropping bars.
Like Macklemore with Macco-less rhythm.
Now, is it one thing, though, that Punk's still making references that are outdated?
A little bit, right?
But that's what John did.
John Cena's buried more talent than The Undertaker.
You went and lost all this respect.
I kind of want this John Cena Punk thing to just go right until December.
But this is why I say I'm so fucking mad that we're losing this to Saudi. Respectfully, I won't apologize to the Saudi audience. I'm mad that we're getting this, and this isn't the end. That this isn't a sweet good night. That this isn't a major moment. This is
but the only reason I think that argument's bullshit is you're not losing
this argument.
You're not losing shit. You get to watch it. Does it get blanked out? Like it's not available in the US of A? Like, what do you mean we are losing it?
Because we know the outcome. We know the result.
Nick,
we know
as
great as this is. We know the outcome.
If it was down the road, you'd still be watching it on TV the same way. What do you mean losing? I don't get what you mean losing.
You better lose yourself for the moment you want it.
Yo.
When it comes to best in the world, I'm the vessel. Because when it comes to wrestling, the crowd chants, you can't wrestle.
Dude,
yo.
I'm dying.
Dial on, and dial on.
The last real WWE champion. Now, they were booing Cena. They have kind of stopped booing. Sorry, they were booing Punk. They've kind of eased off on the booing because this is fun.
Yeah, this is Punk if
I agree,
he turned to alcohol. He's a superhero now. He works for DC. You'll still, but to me, you'll always be the Marine.
Let's go. Oh,
yo, is this as good? CM Punk doing this, is this as good as the pipe bomb? Because it's so unexpected and it's so fucking perfect.
Yes. You want to do me? Well, bitch, I'll do you.
Pause. I would do me.
Would you do me? I'd do me. This is awesome.
But that's the thing, is I think it's because Punk has such an iconic moment with the pipe bomb that seeing CM Punk do this, I don't know if it's going to garner the same reaction online, but this is so good.
And we are 7 minutes over the hour, so Punk Life, hashtag Punk Life.
I don't know what the hour is with the fucking space-time continuum, the wormhole that we got stuck in at the start of the show.
Punkonomics, Clubbernomics, 8 Mile.
I am sports entertained. You're my Drake, and drops the mic. You can't see me. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
You're my Drake.
This is a guy who was booed out the building before. Apologized to some fans, cut some Punk Life promos. And they love this man.
And that's my point. They pan the camera around, and all these people are singing Punk's theme at the top of their lungs. Yeah, there's people half a world away who are like, I can't believe Punk. I can't believe Punk.
Oh, he's going to leave through the crowd. Leave through the crowd. Leave through the crowd. Word Life.
Straight thugonomics. Punkonomics in the fucking house. And Cena played it well. Like, literally just blank, like, oh my God, what just happened? Like Cena just were speechless.
But I love, though, because it's such one of those, if you think about it, it's really, you took at what I did, so I'm going to take what you did, and I'm going to flip it and reverse it, and I'm going to whoop you with your own game.
Yeah, Boston. I think that would be filed under a little bit picky. We didn't expect him to rap at all, but he went for a hot minute and banged it out as we get the big Netflix logo. That
right? We're mad the Caucasian from Chicago that wasn't spitting hot fire.
Right. Nick,
what am I crying about, Paul?
I think the Saudi situation. Nick is delusional if he thinks Cena was going to lose the match in Saudi, France, Japan, anywhere. The only place you're allowed to have big matches are in the US of A. That doesn't seem fair.
So great. So many good matches. We have the best matches.
The chat is just lit right now, folks. If you are just tuning in, we are about to tune out as SmackDown has gone off the air. Punk comes out dressed as old school John Cena, the doctor of punkonomics, drops bars on him and walks out on the mic drop. Unexpected as CM Punk promised. And that was a good SmackDown.
This begins the question of, does the rest of, like you said before, was SmackDown that good that you forgive the hiccup, the technical? I'm not saying any blame before you even start to go there. Of the technical issues that started off Friday Night SmackDown, did the rest of the show recover to where you forget about it, you excuse it, what have you?
Yeah, I mean, again,
basic plugonomics.
Yeah, I think that was fun. I liked it, but would have been better 2 weeks ago. Doesn't feel like good enough to go home moment to get you amped for the match. I mean, I think it minimizes physicality, which is good. Yeah, Drake won the beef. I'm not going to get into it, MDB. I'm with you, bro.
No, he didn't.
But he didn't get the big stage, but he fucking ate that man alive, but people don't want to admit it. Thugonomics, straight edge edition, the ruthless aggression. 8.5 out of 10. Punk Life says, Mega, if you are new here, we take a rating out of 10 on every single show, folks. So get in that chat. Let us know how you feel. A crazy night. New U.S. champion in the women's division. Julia has the crown. Nia Jax loses a last woman standing match to Tiffy. The tag team division is in disarray in a good way. Yeah, there's a lot of things to dive into tonight. And I can't fault the company that Riyadh had a power outage. Not their fault. What the fuck are they going to do?
Right. Well, I don't know, but MDB see, this is why KJ is a genius. He knows the truth.
You got to listen to the words. You can't just follow blindly. You got to actually listen to what was said.
A chord is probably A minor.
Yeah, one line. That's what everyone falls back.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything. I just said a sentence.
Line.
I said a sentence. All I said was a sentence. I wasn't saying anything towards anything.
One line. That's all you got. One fucking line.
9 out of 10. Well, folks, though, when it comes to other wrestling content creators or other wrestling streamers, they're not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us.
That was Art. Never said I was mad. Just pointed out I didn't think you were mad at all. But that's okay. 9 out of 10, 7.5. Dun, dun, dun. Felt a little weak. Again, I mean, our standards are so high. Like, he didn't come out and just cut crisp bars. I mean, if anyone's watched Battle Rap, they get clunky, boys. So let's be real.
Yeah. Punk was more solo. One of my punks bring two of my punks.
Mm-hmm. Go look up the King of the Right. Go look up the King of the Dot, folks, if you really want to check it out.
Oh. Well, T's and P's, rest in peace, Pat Stave again. That's why we always constantly quote of, normally I scratch my head like this, but this got me doing this shit.
Yeah, Pat just from up the road, man. 7 out of 10 knee pads. All is forgiven with me. Punk won the battle, but will he win the war? No, he went over tonight. He gets fucked tomorrow.
But that's a good ass comment.
All right, 9 out of 10. Ronan, 8 out of 10 glitches. I like that one. 8.5 out of 10. 0 out of 10. No Trish. Fair enough. Stand true. I got that. Oh, you clicked that one. 10 out of 10. Julia is my new U.S. champion. Rizzo's happy, man.
How are you feeling, though? How are you feeling? Very a show very much of you, of 1,000 perspectives and everything. I will admit, a really good show, had very much a glitch. I don't know how much they could control, what have you. Do you completely ignore it? What have you? I can't wait to watch it at 8 o'clock and probably watch the unadulterated. Or when we get off of here, I can find it on Twitter to see the whole promo segment that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But beyond that, really great show. Past that, but we had to wait almost an hour to get to the really great shows. Yeah.
Yeah. Not really their fault. I'm at an 8 tonight. I think tonight's an upper solid show. It's definitely a solid B. Again, what I read was that it was a power outage. What can you do when you live in a shoe? But at the end of the day, everything they gave us I was highly entertained by. Andrade Phoenix was a surprise tonight. Wicked match. The tag team title match was disappointing, but it was about the build. So maybe, they lose a little bit of marks for that from me, but I'm good at an 8.
Did Punk Life spice it up to an 8? Like, were you at a 7 until Punk Life, or does Punk Life spice it up even beyond that?
Yeah, I was close. I think, again, the main event, what happened with Nia and Tiffy, followed by Punk and Cena there, brought it home. I thought it was excellent. It might have been probably, if the women didn't have a good match and then that was all we got, maybe a 7. But I thought Nia won't get enough credit for this, but I think they had a really good last-minute standing match. And with an additional 30 minutes of elevator music.
Right, a good old last-minute standing match instead of a last woman standing match, but a last-minute standing match.
Yes.
But yeah, it's so funny because I was already kind of at an 8 there, and I was like, I don't know if I know, regardless of how you feel, the fact that you had the delay, I don't give a fuck how it happened, but you had that delay. You got to get held at least accountable for it. It does.
How? If your power goes
out towards fucking something.
If the power goes out in your house.
I was almost going to give this an 8.5 before you even let me get through my fucking point. I was almost going to give this a higher fucking grade than you, but you talked me back down into an 8 and everything. But you do have to mark this down to me. 8.5 was the peak it could have been.
Right.
And I think it very much reached its peak of, very much the Punk Life and all of that. It was super great. The Andrade Phoenix tag team combination. I want more of that on my screen. Right. I really was, and I think it's going to be one of those that doesn't get enough credit until after the fact because it's not as memorable of a moment of Cena cutting the pipe bomb promo. But it's so much. It was so great to me. Punk coming out, and I'm gonna do you just as good as you did me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right. It's like the power goes out in Nick's house and he still gets that whooping from wifey for not having dinner ready. Like,
absolutely. You don't get those actions.
I love
no,
it.
No. You swore in front of a lady.
I love it. But ladies and gentlemen, we are back tomorrow. I will repeat, 12:30 p.m. That's noon 30. For those out there that need a little help, we will be here bright and early getting ready for it. And I know some of y'all on the West Coast, that's even earlier for y'all. So hope you're going to be here. Don't forget, Wrestling with Mental Health on Sunday, a very special stream that we're both looking forward to. Huge. Be a part of the WFU. And SmackDown, despite a very big hiccup in the middle, pulled off a pretty good show. And hopefully Night of Champions is a fun one.
Well, and this is why we're proof positive that we're live more than anybody else out there, because how many other people are going to be watching this and not have all of that live shit that got edited out and everything? So 100%. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you got to put that forward life with it.
We're putting the lights off. We're coming back tomorrow. See you on the flip side. Bye.